Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Marvel Show. I'm Spidey. I'm with my boys, the one and only, the 9.9 Newsstand Manu, and my homeboy of homeboys, Sketch Card Hive. What's up, my friend?
Hello.
What up, what
Also
up?
known as Norn Rad, but I called him Mando when he came on the show because look at his shirt. And do you have your book? Do you have your book to show off?
It's downstairs waiting for
I knew.
Daniel.
So I brought it just in case you didn't.
Oh,
Very cool.
We'll talk about that more later. We'll get to that later, but we got a really, really fun show for everybody. Hey, everybody in the chats. Wow, the chats have already exploded.
I love it. I love it.
this
Cindy
is
the
so
Lead's in the
good.
building. What up, Joe? Old man Venom. How
Hey,
are you?
Coins
Yo.
A to Z's been here for like 15 minutes. Hello, all you lovely
I
people.
love it. Naj is in the building. A
Sweet.
Ranger. Hello, everybody. Naj is with
The
us.
one and
Naj
only
is with
Ryan
us
Howard,
early.
not to be confused with The Office. Manu, have you watched The Office?
I have. Do I know Ryan Howard? Ryan, do we know each other? Hello, Ryan.
Ryan, I believe, won one of the 12 breaks of Christmas. Actually gave away a Battle Spectra gem of Captain America versus Crossbones from
Okay.
2018 Marvel Masterpieces. Every day I gave away a pack corresponding with the day's break. Like if it was day 6, pack 6 got given. So on day 12, pack 12 got given, and he won the Battle Spectre gem, and it was the alpha. It was the 1 of 99.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
look, he turned it around backwards.
for you guys.
Oh,
Now
did
I
he? I
look like
missed it. Oh, I see it. There it is.
Now
no,
I look
okay.
like one of those guys on 16 and Pregnant. Like I'm ready.
16 and
I-
pregnant. I'm just
You
ready to be a
just let
dad.
us know.
I'm just
that
ready
he
to be a dad,
watches
you
know?
16 and
You know,
pregnant.
like-
This is
I
what
didn't
just
ask for
happened.
this, but then again, I did.
But it's cool.
I
Like
get- I
ups
get
my
all
street
this
cred.
grief. Yeah, and that voice. You got to keep the voice on, man, or else it don't work.
I'm from Miami. I know the voice. I've been
All
the
right,
voice.
good.
I get it.
We're golden.
Okay.
We're
Born
golden.
with the voice in Miami, huh? Look, speaking of turnaround backwards hats, so I bought this hat from Kith, and I almost was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna give it to Manu. So let me show you.
What? What?
Oh,
Look at that.
Look at that. That hat is
Ah.
sick, man.
Isn't it sweet?
I was
cool.
wondering
put it
why
on, I
you
was like, I
didn't
can't-
wear.
I have to keep it.
I was wondering why you didn't wear that hat with the Spidey mask.
Yeah, the Spidey mask. Oh, why didn't I?
Yeah.
Is it-
special
different.
occasions though, man.
It's-
You got to
yeah,
keep the people in
This is a different
suspense.
room. Well, I wanted people to see the word collect. I thought that was important.
Okay,
It's important. back
Gotcha.
then.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
But speaking of Spidey Day, hey, if you didn't know, yesterday was Spider-Man Day. It's the 80th birthday of Spider-Man,
Wow.
which is, as their slogan is, Beyond Amazing. And check out this Beyond Amazing shirt.
It's the 80th birthday or
Oh,
60th?
Damn. 60th or 80th?
60th. 60th.
60th. Sorry, 60th.
Yeah.
60.
That
He looks
shirt-
good for 80.
Dude, yeah, right? That shirt is crazy.
Sprightly.
McFarlane, amazing. Can I ask you, Justin, is that screen printed? Do you know?
That's what I want to tell you. It's not screen print. Like, this is the
Okay.
softest thing that I've
Well,
ever
I
put
assume
on.
it's still going to be an extremely high quality digital print considering who manufactured it.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah.
it's not stitched on, you know.
No,
so
not
it's-
stitched on, but just the difference between a screen print and a direct to garment, depending on which machine is doing the heat transfer, it may not last. Depending on the texture of the garment itself, it may not last. But from Kith, it's going to last.
It's got some weight to it. I'll tell you that. Like the shirt feels amazing on it.
I
It was
love it.
more expensive than I would care to admit. But now that
Yeah.
I have it on, I went, okay, I really bought quality here. Like I didn't
Keith
know
is
that.
in the building. Yes.
did.
No, yeah. From Kith, you're going to get quality. They do not want to compromise that brand. They've got a good thing going.
Wait a minute, we got Dragon Ball Zard King. I don't collect Marvel cards, but they're super
Oh.
dope. Into Dragon Ball Super at all? Are either of you guys into the Dragon Ball?
I'm not, but get us into it. I'm not. I don't know anything about it. So get
I
us
grew
into
up.
It, but, yeah.
My very good friend who lived next door, Major Angelo Raggio, good buddy of mine, follows me on Instagram. Amazing Carnage fan. We grew up together. Marvel comic book encyclopedia. Was a huge fan of Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
And that's how I know of Dragon Ball is through him. So I am 1 degree away from Dragon Ball fandom. I don't know if that works, but the cards are amazing. They're super beautiful and highly they're printed so beautifully. They're very high quality.
Yeah, so my
Very
experience with
nice.
Dragon Ball Z has been just arguing why a Super Saiyan Dragon Ball character couldn't beat, Superman or, a strong Marvel
I remember
character.
those arguments.
That's
I remember those
cra-
arguments.
And then during high school, for art, like I would be drawing a Marvel character and I look over my shoulder and my friends were all drawing anime Dragon Ball Z characters. I'm like, what game are you like? Who do you think you're tricking? Like, but hey, anime is super important. It's in a way it's bigger than Marvel. And that's just a fact, for the most part, like globally speaking, right?
Anime Volume 2 though, man. Like, who's going to be the artist for that set? Like, I'm all in on Marvel anime. I just think it's one of the best ideas they've come out with in a while. Super excited.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to get back to that, but Symbio Rain says, are the Kith shirts true to size? I would say yes.
Symbio Rain, what up?
I have the hardest time finding a medium that isn't a smedium or a large that's too, I'm not a tall person, so a large that's not too big. And this is a medium that I'm wearing and it fits beautifully to me.
Wow.
Very nice.
I hope they do a surfer, man. I'd like to get in on that.
Card and Comic Freak, hello, my friend.
Hey! My other surfer brother and all hell the board.
What are you going to tell Mando about your surfer crush?
He's right here, bro. Calm down. Don't say that stuff out loud.
Look at Keith.
Talking code. I'm here to tell you. Talking code.
The other silver guy. Or the silver guy.
There you go. Thank you.
You get confused when you just say silver guy. I'm sorry to tell you Goku's greater than Superman. Okay,
Whoa, calm down.
I got some
I'm
fun
not getting into this. I'm not going to get involved.
This is the internet debate I want no part of.
Right.
Yeah, it's One Punch Man. We all know it's One Punch Man. It's not Goku. It's not Superman. All hell the board. Hey, so I got 3 topics I want to cover tonight. And of course, wherever the show takes us, comments, please. You're our content. You drive the show, ask the questions. We'll do our best to pay attention to them and ask them. But what I want to talk about first is Spider-Man Metal. We lost Manu. Where'd he go?
No. Sorry. Technical nothingness. You got it. I'm here.
But I want to talk about Spider-Man Metal. And I know we talk about a lot, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? But let me tell you what's happening, like, as we speak, information that's happening. So I made a point to give Upper Deck a phone call today, as I do every week in preparation for Thursdays, the Marvel Card News, to make sure I have whatever's the latest information. Well, about the same time I was getting ready to call him, I started getting hits in my DMs with people saying, hey, did you see that Steel City and Blowout cards changed their estimated date of delivery if you had pre-ordered product of Spider-Man Metal? So this is what's really interesting. Blowout cards recently moved their Spider-Man Metal date to October the 28th. With some of the rumors that we were hearing, people were saying, okay, well, this means we're not getting it till November. That's what that means. Okay. And, a lot of us took it in stride, but not everybody did. Some people started getting their money back and canceling their pre-orders. And even some people selling pre-orders because they're just,
I'm not going to lie. I considered it too, but then I thought, well, I'm just going to want it whenever it comes out anyway. Might as well keep my pre-order. I only got $1.
No, I'm with you. I'm like, why do I want to do this myself? But for some people, it's because Marvel cards are selling so cheap individually. They were like, hey, if I got $500, $600 tied up in one box, not knowing what I'm going to hit, and $500 buys you a super awesome Marvel card right now, I'm going to cancel the pre-order and buy a Marvel card. Well, sure enough, guess what? So starting getting the news that these distributors changed their dates. They went back in time. They went from October 28th to August the 24th to August the 10th. So I called Upper Deck, got customer service on the phone, and this is what they said. They said, well, we will not confirm a date, but we will tell you it is August.
Oh, so this came back into August. That's why this is great news, because we were on that October thing last week.
Now you're getting it.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know that I've seen, well, I haven't been around long enough to say what I've seen, but it's my first experience with a distributor rolling a date backwards. You know what I mean? Like where they say, no, it's going to go out here in the future. And then they're like, no, we're going to get it sooner.
Wait, so it's coming this month. Oh shoot, I'm excited.
This month. Yeah. So we have a bunch of crazy things happening in August, actually. We have Chicago.
Right? What do they call that?
C2E2?
C2E2. That's it.
Yeah.
C2E2
is
coming
Star
this
Wars
weekend.
Robot.
It sounds like
It
a
is,
droid.
exactly.
It sounds like a droid.
Yeah.
And then we have Gen Con for all you tabletop gamer people, gamer card people. So Legendary versus System. Those two are out right now. I know Upper Deck will be at that con for sure. We have Billy's thing.
Yeah, Billy's
right?
thing is huge this weekend.
Huge. And that's happening
Dude, we
the 5th
should
and the
talk about
6th.
this.
Yeah. Oh,
Who's
what's going
Billy?
on?
What's Billy? Who's Billy's thing?
Oh, Watch
Not
Me
what's
Open.
Billy,
Sorry.
Oh, Watch Me Open.
Watch
Got
Me
it.
Open.
I'm still catching up.
What is
Still
a Billy?
catching up.
I feel like
No,
a Drax
Billy.
moment.
Who's a
I missed
Billy?
the Drax moment. I
It's
missed
Bill.
it.
Actually, it's William.
It's William.
Let's read Deadpool D's comment real quick.
Yeah, I want to do that.
We're gonna get back to Bill.
Oh, okay. He says Deadpool D says, let's say there are 35,000 Spider-Man metal boxes that sell pre-order for $280 each, which they've also sold for twice that. They sell out. That means we just gave Upper Deck an interest-free loan of $9.8 million. Now, this actually, I didn't do the math, but I'm assuming Deadpool Deeds, your calculator works just fine.
Okay.
And that actually makes my blood boil because, I mean, not like it does. That's like, if you put it that way, that's actually true, and that's completely frustrating. Completely frustrating.
And I'll be that guy. It's not true. Okay.
Okay, good.
His math is correct, by the way.
Then what's not true?
So remember, no one, and I mean zero individual people like us, has paid Upper Deck for Spider-Man metal.
Who'd I pay? Oh, I paid DA.
You paid DA. You gave DA an interest-free loan.
That's okay. I gave them $500. It's not like someone's using my $10 million to buy stock, so that's all right.
Yeah, but my point is what we did is we gave DA an interest-free loan. That's what we did.
Oh yeah,
but not Upper Deck. True. Upper Deck still has to deliver the product and get paid by the distributor.
That does make me less upset. Here's why. Because DA, presumably, I don't know, is probably a smaller entity than Upper Deck, and I'm kind of okay with that. You know, like, all right, that's fine.
Oh, it's the big guy you want to knock down.
Yeah, man. The big guy don't care about us. Come on.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you because I somewhat agree with you. Now, what did David Adams do? I mean, we could argue the pros and cons. They committed to me a box of $234, and they're not upping the price when I bought it, even though they know I could turn around and sell it today for $500.
Yeah,
I see what I'm saying. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I just had a conversation with somebody, which I can't talk about too much, but hopefully in the future things will be exciting. But I just had a conversation with somebody, and people are very aware secondary market prices. And I think that's that awareness of what is happening in the card market world and things selling for high prices is very much a kind of like concern and an issue for a lot of like people. I'm not talking about Upper Deck specifically, but especially coming off the nationals and seeing what card companies are doing and other things that are happening in this world. It just seems very interesting that people are kind of like, wait a minute, this piece of the pie that's happening all the way over here, it's like, what am I getting at that point? So there is a big concern. I think a lot of things are going to start shaping the future in terms of how card releases go, like with e-pack, physical product. I don't know. I see it becoming very much a big issue, especially for how it's going to affect us as collectors.
I think that if we had... Go ahead, Manu.
Oh, I just want on that same topic, I want to dissect that a little bit. That's really interesting. So what you're saying, if I heard that correctly, is from some people that you've spoken to, or just like word around, is that people are sort of like thinking, what the heck are we doing paying these prices? And what does this mean? If we keep saying okay to this, then what are prices for the next product and the product after that? And so it gives me like, there's the voice on both shoulders, right? There's like, well, if the prices that you're paying for this is the playing devil's advocate first, I think. If the prices for the product are something that make you think, what the heck are we doing paying for that? Well, then it is completely within your right to not pay for that, right? And then there are the people that it really doesn't affect them to pay those prices. And so that's an interesting conversation. But if the people that allow the prices to be that way and keep paying it are effectively changing how the people that aren't comfortable paying those prices collect, well, I guess it is a conversation regardless then, because it is going to affect people that want it but don't necessarily want to, not pay their energy bill for the cards.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty true, man. I mean, it's one thing if it is going to get crazy. It's one thing if individual cards go crazy on the aftermarket, like after packs have been ripped and rare cards start floating around. But like we got the boxes that aren't even manufactured yet, going for 3 times their introductory price, and it's not even a price given to us by the company itself. Who made the price then?
Yeah, actually, probably more like 4 times their actual
Oh.
wholesale price,
Oh.
because the retail price is not a true MSRP. Remember that.
Blood boiling again.
There's no MSRP on Upper Deck Marvel card releases. They basically offer it to, let's say the distributors at a price. Everyone commits to it, so to speak. And then they test the market to see what the market is willing to bear. But here's the issue that I have with it. It's the idea, it's a lack of transparency and the artificial scarcity. So the lack of transparency is, what are you going to get and when are you going to get it? So we get a snippet. We don't get a full checklist. Okay. Number 2, we don't know how much there is and when, and the transparency around that. If they would give us a full checklist, an actual release date, and we knew how much was available all at once, then the true market would be able to reveal itself, and it probably would drive the cost down.
I think that's what Fanatics is going to do. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Like, there was just a set released, I'm assuming by Rittenhouse, maybe even Tops. The chat would know better than I, for Stranger Things. And Fanatics company, and Fanatics company Zero Cool actually did their own release for Stranger Things.
I thought you were saying they're not cool. They have a company called Zero Cool.
Oh, sorry, Zero Cool. They're not Zero Cool. That's actually a good diss. Actually, it's Zero Cool. Actually, it's not that cool.
Yeah, it's like when I was driving through Dallas this weekend, there was this sign that said, "I hate StevenSoandSo.com." And my wife went, "Well, who's Steven?" "Oh, it's a jewelry store." That was it. It took her to the jewelry store.
That was a slogan that I gave myself in high school. I was pushing something in high school, and it was "I hate Manu," and everybody in high school was like, "What is this?" They all knew me, but they're like, "This kid's funny. I hate Manu," and it became a big deal. Like
it's got a great ring to it. We need to just lead with that.
I hate Manu.
I love Manu too much. I'm writing the rainbow of Manu right now. I love Manu.
That's sweet.
I appreciate the Wizards so much. You brought back so many good memories. I love you, brother.
Dude,
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
That
was really nice.
Man, you're really welcome. I
appreciate it.
I didn't know if you already had one. I was like, he needs to at least have one. Like,
I've been watching it. I've been watching it for like 6 monts. I was like, I'm gonna have to get it. This is Surfer on the cover. You and I were talking about Wizard. It just kept coming up, and I had all my clippings because I have a binder. Super dorky, but it's a safe zone here. But I had a binder filled with. Still have my binder filled with like clippings of Surfer things and like price guides and things I couldn't afford back when I was a kid. But in terms of, to get back to topic, because I always gear off, but Zero Cool is doing a Stranger Things release, and what they're tending to do is have more transparency, which is the Joss Luber kind of guarantee. So it's interesting to see that the conversation we're having is kind of something that's dictating the change in the market now. It's pretty fascinating. It's fascinating. It's really cool to see that.
Love it.
Real conversations.
Card and Comic Freak, thank you so much, my man. You're the man. I appreciate you.
He is the man.
Look, he's pandering to Sketch with Surfer logo. And he's saying you're the man. This guy's just awesome. I love it.
We're family, man. We're family.
No, he's such a great guy. Such a
Marvelous Packs. Love you.
Ew.
Hey, Impact, marvelous packs.
No, we're back to M-Packs, man. We're back to M-Packs.
Hey, look at that. Make an impact. Impacts.
Ooh.
Oh. That's a
good.
free bit of write that down.
Marvelous Packs. Run with that. Making
Mr.
an
Impact.
Whoa.
T-shirts.
Man. Speaking of Mr. Impact.
Hey, Paul.
Later we're going to discuss comics and NFTs. I don't want to do that
Goonies.
yet.
Oh,
but I want to set this up later in the show. We're going to talk about comics and NFTs. But I have a question for everyone watching right now. Oh, look at that. Love you too, man. Here is my question. Are you ready for it?
Okay. Ready.
In Marvel, and it can be MCU and comics, okay, whichever verse you want to talk about. Who is the strongest female?
Like strength? You mean strength? Just literally?
I mean, you can have a conversation around what it means to be strong. But yeah, who's the strongest female in Marvel?
Well, okay. Who's the strongest female in Marvel?
Come on, chat. I want to hear your thoughts as well.
Dang, everyone's getting quiet because we're thinking.
I got one.
Norrin's got one.
All right, Norrin, what you got?
You ready?
Yeah.
Death.
Ooh, that is a really, really good answer. I like that one. So
She
tell me.
brought in the comic books.
Yep.
She is the sole responsible party, and it's a little misogynistic, the comic book, obviously, but it really is because of how she plays mortals. She
Mhm.
brought down the whole scene for Infinity Gauntlet, right? For Thanos, for disrupting the balance as he did. Like she is the sole responsible person for that. And I've always, they always make her seductive and Lady Death, and yeah.
Mhm.
But like, what's more interesting about her character, especially in when I read where Silver Surfer becomes worthy in that Thor miniseries, the Thanos series, she's a big key character there, and she's pretty cool. So I don't know. I love that. I think she's pretty cool.
That's cool. Manu, before you go, I'm gonna just read some of our comments here.
Yes.
We got Jean Grey. We got
That's
Captain
a great
Marvel.
one.
Yeah, Jean Grey.
I want to go with Rogue. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to answer.
Rogue. No, you can Rogue.
I want to go with Rogue.
Rogue's a
Listen,
good
I don't know
one.
anything about people's strengths and stuff. I just react to who I had a crush on and who I think is cool, and I want it to be Rogue.
I knew that's why we got along.
Okay.
It's right here.
This is where we're doing it. Grab it, man.
Where is it? What?
Come
Where's
on,
my Rogue?
it's by your pillow. Go get it.
I got it.
Look at this banger.
You're crazy.
The first appearance of Rogue. Hey, let's talk about what. So okay, so I posted this the other day. Let me take a moment without getting overly excited and see if I can figure out a way to get no glare. No, I can't. So that's all right. Yeah. It's gonna sit right here. Okay, so I thought this silhouette with the question mark right here. Yeah. I thought that was Rogue. And people do. Yeah, everybody essentially that I ever talked to about this book thought it was Rogue, and I've been talking about this book for years now. And so the interesting thing about it is it was Dustin. It was Justin's brother, Dustin. He's whose comment I saw first. And he was like, I'm surprised nobody told you you're wrong. That's not Rogue. And then I was like, I don't know how to
I read his comment. And I was like, bro, that was a little rude.
Yeah, I was like, he didn't say hello. He didn't say nice book.
I'm shocked no one's told you you're wrong, sir.
Such a gangster thing to say.
I was like, I'm gonna be nice because he's Justin's brother. So,
thanks.
So
got a lot of rope.
Oh wow. But so he said that Valor, Valor's name is what? Daniel Dunn.
Yeah.
Informed him. And so I went through my comments real quick. I was like, I think Daniel commented. And then Daniel did have a comment there. And it was like, he played it differently. He was like, let me tell Manu he's wrong in a really nice way, And so basically Daniel educated Dustin, who then educated me through Daniel. And then Daniel and I had a discussion about it as well. This character, oh my gosh, here,
back
in the green hood, that's Rogue behind Blob and Pyro. That's Rogue. And then when you look through the book, obviously I can't, but then I have now. She's wearing a green outfit, the green hood, and you could clearly tell she's got a green hood there. So I still don't know who this is, but she's on the cover. And oh look, I'm an Avengers fan now.
Hey,
there it is.
That book looks so good at a 9.8. I've only ever really held it whenever it was pretty beat up, to be honest with you. And when it's beat up,
I've seen it beat up. I've only ever seen that book beat up, and what's unfortunate about the book when it's beat up is that it looks really busy graphically.
Yeah.
But when it's clean and laid out like it's supposed to be, like when you first see it with the colors and the spacing of that red and creating those natural breaks, it looks stunning.
You're crazy.
Like I never thought that was a pretty book. That's a beautiful book.
Justin, did you say something?
Well, you know when it's clean like this, it's not busy. You go, I'm getting a big book here. This is an annual. Like this is a big book.
Yeah.
And there's a big character reveal, and it's Rogue.
And I'll say about this book, for some reason, I did not know I had this, but 2 years ago when I pulled out that old box, I had one of these in there, and it was super clean. I'm talking about from when I was 10 years old, I put it in there. I have no idea why. And it was super clean. And I sent it to Taj. He pressed it. It was my first CGC submission ever. It came back in 9.6. But they're like CGC messed it up. Like they messed up the label. They pinched the book into the thing. So it was like it was a quick learning experience about what it's like to sometimes deal with CGC. I sold that book, but I had always wanted it back. And this particular, I'm a newsstand fiend. This is super rare in a 9.8 newsstand. Yeah. But the reason I really love this book, and I just want both of them, I don't want one or the other, I want both, is because it's nice that this incorporates a little bit of a Spidey into the cover.
Little Spidey, I love it.
Little Spidey. So we got to have the newsstand
on that
and
cover.
The direct.
It looks good on that cover. It really does.
The blue label sets it off. The yellow looks good too. Yeah, it looks
Everything
so cool.
looks
This
really
is
nice.
a bicycle ad to win a
Advertisement,
10-speed
yeah.
bicycle.
Sweet. I love it.
So awesome. Oh,
Wow.
and I just really quickly, because we do talk about like investment stuff.
Mhm.
This book started its rise about 2 years ago, and people
Mhm.
were like, "Oh my gosh, it's $1,000 now!" And then it actually went to 2,000, and the
Oh, wow.
newsstand went even higher, and now it's back to those around the $1,000 levels. Which is why I set I couldn't grade one out. It was really difficult. And obviously I graded a 9.6, and I bought raws after that. None of them were 9.8 candidates. So I just made sure I found the ideal copy for me, because the cover wrap on this is really tough, where the white from the back oftentimes shows on the front. So I just wanted a
Wow.
perfectly centered one with sort of the intention of just keeping this as a PC book. Now, that's what I say now. We'll see what happens if I get an opportunity to grade one or something. Because if I grade one, I'll likely, sell one, because then I'll have an opportunity to get some of the money back.
Replace.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go, though. Thanks
Love
for bringing that
Wow.
up.
Glad you
That's
shared that
cool.
with us. So your guess is Rogue because you
Yeah.
have a 9.8 copy of her comic
That's a
book.
good
See,
guess
Yeah.
though.
That's
Rogue
the
is great.
classic pump, guys. Classic pump.
Yeah, right.
So but we got Captain Marvel, we got Phoenix, Dark Phoenix. Okay. I mean, those are great guesses, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you the right answer is. I'm curious. But I like what Naj has to say.
Lady
Deadpool killed the Marvel
Deadpool.
Universe twice, so it should
Yeah.
be Lady Deadpool.
She's not wrong. That's good logic, man.
Logic
Yeah, I
checks
don't
out.
even want to argue with it.
No,
Hey,
I
look,
like it.
Sharon Carter.
Sharon
You don't want to
Carter.
cross Sharon Carter.
Wow.
Oh, can I just say real quick? I know that you can't see it because it's small behind us, but
Yeah.
these two things that are framed on my wall, we're not gonna be able to see them, but I've shown them on my Instagram. I'll show
Yeah,
them some more.
Batman.
These are the 423 sketches from Naj.
That's
And so
special.
there's the black and white one. I mean, the more outlined one, and
Oh,
that one has the girl in it. And then the all darkened one does not have the girl in it, because Naj's not a huge fan of the girl on that cover. But I love them, and they're here. I mean, they've been here, but now they're finally framed. I'm so happy.
Oh, that's cool.
awesome.
So Naj, thank you so much for those. Thank you.
So Paul
Scarlet
says
Witch.
Scarlet Witch. I mean, you think about what Scarlet Witch
Cool.
has done in the MCU and in the comics. I mean, she
Yeah.
feels pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty crazy good, man. She's really powerful.
Vintage Roy Canada, our Instagram account of last week's The Marvel Car News, by the way.
Always
He says-
posting good stuff.
He says Elektra,
Oh,
and so does
nice.
Impacts.
Wow.
I don't.
Electra.
Red Skull says Silent because she thick.
Whoa, I
Oh,
like
Red
it.
Skull. But he's like, eh.
Who's the smartest? All women are smart.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
they're all smarter than the men.
Hey,
fact.
easily true. Easily true.
I love all of us. Are like, yep.
Hey, look, I go into work and I say, girls, you're all pretty. Have a great day. Bye.
Well, and just that's it.
Everybody's
You know,
smart. Everybody's pretty. We love it.
Yep.
Hello,
He said it's
Coins
not a
A to
news
Z.
thing.
Hello. Earlier, Norrin, you were like something. You were talking about a book I don't remember right now, but you're like it was the story was kind of misogynistic, and I was like, comic books misogynistic? No.
Where did I get that from? Oh man.
Not
such
that
a
I'm supporting
shame.
it. I'm just saying if you look at any of the comics from 20,
Oh,
30
it's
years
bad.
ago, it's like,
It's
I
bad.
mean, it was just a bunch
True.
of 5-year-old boys reading comic books. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever look at the cover of was it Witchblade? Witchblade?
Witchblade,
Witchblade
Lady
was
Death,
crazy. Or,
Lady
or
Death.
was it Fan?
Gen
It was the
13?
one
Gen 13, yes.
Turner.
My goodness,
and,
my eyes were popping out of my head bigger than
my
the
eyes were
things on the
popping out
cover.
of my head. Is it
Yeah.
Phantom? Is that how you say the? It was J. Scott Campbell.
Fathom? No.
And is it the woman who would come out of the water? She had like dragon scales on her.
Exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not sure how you say it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Surfer
Marvel
and
Cars,
Witchblade had a
baby.
comic book together.
Are you
actually.
serious?
And Darkness, yeah, from Wizard. It
Hey,
was the one
Darkness
half
is
issue.
cool. I like Darkness.
Is that what you were asking about the other day?
Yeah.
The one half
So there's
surfer?
a bunch of there's a Wizard 1.5 issue, and I don't have it here. Otherwise, I would show you guys. I got some original art from that from Ariel Olivetti, which is crazy. So I have to show you, Manu. And there's another
Yeah,
Wizard
please.
1.5 with Darkness and Witchblade as like a crossover for Image, and Surfer's there.
That's
Surfer had a
cool.
crossover with Superman. I mean, there's some crazy crossover DC. Oh man, could you imagine with Marvel and DC that comes out in cinematic type of stuff? They're like, you know what? Let's just do Marvel versus DC.
Yeah,
Done.
they're gonna do it one day.
One day it'll
Ooh,
happen.
like on the big screen?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think there's too
They
much
did it in
money
cards.
behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did it in cards. Yeah,
They'll do a
no.
once type thing. So
I kind of want to change my answer. I'm going to give my answer. I mean, it's still Rogue, but I also want to just who would have the most strength over me would be Black Cat. She can have whatever she wants.
Hey,
That's it.
I don't
saw that
care.
answer up
Look,
there.
hey,
Charles Dudley
look,
said Black
I'm
Cat.
sorry to tell you, Manu, she has the ability to
What?
take it anyways. Like
I know exactly.
that's her gift.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, that's cute. Thank you for the permission."
Already have it.
I was.
It's mine already.
That was worked in. That was
Yeah,
worked
okay, I
into
got
what
it,
I
I
was
got it,
saying.
I got it, I
He
got
says,
Subtle.
I'm being polite, okay?
I
All right,
wasn't
so-
trying to be too
Courteous.
on the nose.
Let me say some of the strongest women that I haven't seen or heard mentioned. Well, we're not doing DC, thanks, with Wonder Woman there. But
You're
in the
so
same
cold.
vein,
You're so cold with someone says anything decent. You're like, yeah, sorry, we're not all joking aside. Everything stops.
Okay.
but in the
okay,
same
yeah.
vein, Valkyrie, she's an Asgardian. She's all Thored up, right? So she's
Yeah,
pretty strong.
Velcro is super strong. Yeah, Velcro.
Velcro? Oh,
I'm
major diss.
just being a jerk. I was just being a jerk. I was just being
Valkyrie,
I
not
was just
Velcro. But don't underestimate Velcro, my friend.
No, I know.
Velcro.
These pictures are hanging because of Velcro strips. I love them. Yeah.
All right,
I dare
but
not put a hole in a wall.
the other one was Marvelous Faction said She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She-Hulk's pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
I thought about her. I was gonna go She-Hulk, but I was like, well, if the question leans over to like being an MCU discussion, I didn't want to ruin your build up. But yeah,
Oh,
I think She-Hulk's great.
I have
I
two more.
love She-Hulk.
I have
Two
Doom
more.
card.
Damn.
Big
Two
love
more.
for
Do
Storm.
it.
Doom card. Big love for Storm.
Oh.
I mean, Storm is come on. Big love
So
for Storm.
strong or powerful? Like powerful.
She's
I think-
powerful. She's
I think we get into
super
a pretty
powerful.
Omega level, power
Yeah,
with
Storm's
Storm.
great.
Yeah.
But in terms of strength, Valkyrie. What about Squirrel Girl?
No.
Dude,
Oh, I'm gonna show you
Thank
something.
you.
I'll be right back.
Squirrel Girl's actually a true great suggestion. She is like,
Yeah,
she's defeated. There was Squirrel Girl.
she defeated Thanos.
Yeah, she defeated Galactus.
She did?
She defeated
Yes.
Thanos. No, yeah, there was a comic book series, and it's actually a really well written comic book series because the way she defeats them is not like just pounding to the ground, blah 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 blah, test of strength, but she is just able to maneuver so much amazingness.
Manu,
it's really cool.
Remember how much stronger Squirrel was in SpongeBob than anybody else?
I never watched SpongeBob.
Oh,
Sally?
Sally.
Was it
Yes,
Sally?
from
Sally.
Texas.
Yeah, Sally.
No, I could not stand SpongeBob. Like I felt disgusting watching that show. I was like, I'm not a SpongeBob person.
Felt
I can't do this.
disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Right.
Um,
All right, so
this one is not hanging by Velcro, by the way. This one's
Okay.
extremely heavy. I just have to correct that. I'm weird like that.
thank you. for
Squirrel
correcting.
Girl.
Oh
Squirrel
wait, let's look
Girl!
at this.
So this
Oh,
is
that's a dope
Squirrel
cover.
Girl number 5.
That is.
This
I
is
love
an
the pink.
homage to this is the last.
Yeah.
This is the image of Black Suit Spider-Man in the last page of Secret Wars 8.
Symbiote
Zex.
Squirrel Girl.
Symbiote Squirrel Girl. This is a variant cover to issue number 5. It's low print, super hard to find. I bought a bunch of raws. My first attempt was a 9.6, even though it looks like a 9.8. But truthfully, this 9.8 is a little cleaner, even though the wrap's not as good. So now I just ended up with both of them because someone sold this for ridiculously cheap, as if it's not one of the most difficult 9.8s ever. Trust me, I know. I got plenty of raws. So I love this book.
Wow, it's a great
That
look.
is
I've
an
never seen that
amazing
book. Never seen
Isn't
that
it
book.
so good looking?
It's sick. It's sick.
I
She
gotta
did.
give the
There was
9.6 to
one.
somebody.
There was one Squirrel Girl cover I have, a comic book. I sold it, but it was a holographic one. It was lenticular, and it
I
was
just-
the.
Oh.
Oh, keep going. Keep
Sorry,
going,
what
keep
happened?
going.
No,
just,
you tell me. No,
No, I'm
please.
just
because it's
thinking the
gonna be
fact that
super talk.
Squirrel Girl was in Flare Ultra Spider-Man. I know
Yeah,
she was. So Squirrel
she was.
Girl probably will be in Spider-Man Metal. We're probably going to get a Squirrel Girl PMG.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's
That
actually
is
I didn't
kind of
realize.
cool.
You're right. That
Yeah.
would be cool. It's 200
I like
characters, man. Like, there's going to be some really. I think there's going to be some deep cuts because we didn't need iBoy
No.
for X-Men,
No.
but we'll get some deep cuts
We got
for
two iBoys.
Spider-Man. Okay, we got 2 iBoys. That was too many. That was not good.
Oh, Keith is replying. Keith is a little delayed.
He's a little behind. That's okay. That's
yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah, no, I was just following. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Okay,
we love you, Keith. You'll catch up and you'll know that
Keith.
Yeah.
we're with you. All right. So Marvelous says Squirrel Girl's NFTs
shit.
releasing this week. Don't sleep
Good
on Squirrel
segue.
Girl. All right, so
he said what? Squirrel NFTs releasing this week?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I have the strongest female in Marvel,
Oh,
Stan Lee's wife.
Whoa. Done.
yeah, you topped it.
Done.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Can't think of another one.
I can't think of
But
another one. That's it.
after that is actually Naj, and then it's the
Then-
character.
See
Yeah.
this next.
And it's everybody else.
Yeah.
See, she agrees.
Absolutely right.
It's like done.
Yeah,
Squirrel Girl
Cardi
is
Comic
coming
Freak,
to the
thank you.
MCU too. Yeah, I think we'll see Squirrel Girl with Miss Marvel or the Marvels. I don't know. I think we'll see her before then, but it'd be pretty cool.
You guys want to see some grades on some Marvel cards?
Oh,
Heck
yes,
yeah.
sir.
All right. So
Oh wait. Before
What?
we do that,
Yeah.
because I don't want to interrupt you. No, I'm gonna do mine later. No, I want to do mine now.
You sure? Do
I
yours
want to
now.
do mine now. I'm gonna do
All
mine
right,
now.
hold
Here's
on.
the thing. Here's the thing about it, because you're gonna have a blast. So, Neo's in here. What up, Neo?
Oh,
Hey,
Okay, so first of all, a couple of things. We'll just run this back real quick. So last week, was it last week? It was. No, it was like 2 weeks ago. It was when Norin and we were all having the conversation, and it came to everyone's attention at that time. And I think Norin is the one that educated us the most about it, the 1966 Donruss set. Justin, not that you didn't know about it, but Norin actually put us up on game, and he was like, there's like X amount of cards. And I thought it was 6, then someone said 9, then Marvelous Packs told us 11. Whatever the case is, there are multiple appearances of Spider-Man in that set. That's the first set that he ever appeared in. So there isn't essentially one first card, but that's the first set. And so after that, certain things transpired. The first thing that happened was Naj, unbeknownst to anyone, did her thing. A Marvelous Packs confirming here 11 cards in that set. Naj went over to eBay and she picked off her favorite one. She was like,
her
"I want this one."
first Marvel card, graded
Her
Marvel cards.
first graded Marvel cards are Spidey's first cards. So well done. That's incredible. She says here, 1966, all the exclamations in the world, her obsession. That is amazing. So she did that. And then in that group chat where she was letting us know what she had done, Justin pops up and says, well, I picked up the PSA 8 of the camera card and it's on its way. And so I was like, I think Naj might have influenced this. Not that these aren't conversations already happening, but I kind of feel like Naj buying that made us think, oh my gosh, we got to go get these before everyone gets
no
these.
doubt.
So then I go on my mission. And so one of the things was you had said that you got it for $350, right? And I was like, that's a good price. So I go on my mission and I end up negotiating as well. And I ended up picking one up, proud of myself here, for $300, a PSA 8. I'm not, yeah, it's not a competition, but I got to let you know. Yeah, I got it for $3. I'm excited. And here's the kicker. You'll know exactly what's happening when I show you this. Look what it came in.
Same seller.
Same seller.
Isn't that a clean case holder?
Seller. It's such a clean
cool
case holder. The card is so
dude.
awesome. I bought the same card and everything.
We're twins.
We are twins. So now check this out. So before you bought yours, there was 3 on there. There were 3 8s, right? So you got your 8, boom, gone. I got my 8, boom, gone. The last one left was $500 or best offer. Somebody paid $402 for that 2 days ago. Naj pointed that out. I did the price research, $402. So boom, all 3 8s are gone off of eBay. There are 33 in existence, but I'm sure they're in collections where they're going to remain. There are higher grades. We'll figure those out. But there you go. We done wiped out eBay and we got some really cool cards.
We keep doing that. we started with the vending machine stickers and now we're here. I love it.
And the invisible Superman
and
cards.
I bought 3 of those. I'm so obsessed
Can't
with
find
that
them.
card.
Can't see them.
This
They're really
is such
nice
an
looking
incredible
cards.
card
There's
in
a BGS.
person.
It is.
This feels
that's a
so
beautiful
good.
card. The color on that is beautiful.
What a piece of history.
No,
I
it's
didn't even
gorgeous.
appreciate it until the conversations of 2 weeks ago.
That's my favorite one out of the 11. It's beautiful.
There is also another one where I think it's Peter Parker pulling the mask. I forgot what it was.
I like the one with the mask. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I
That's
think
such an iconic image.
Yeah, and I either didn't go for that because there wasn't a PS. Oh, there was a PSA 9. I think it was pricey, so I passed on it. But I think it's sold today. Actually, do one of you guys pick that up?
No, I didn't. It was pretty pricey. That's why.
That's what it was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, I really like that because of the interaction with the card. He's snapping a picture of you.
Yeah.
Like he's like, okay, I'm looking at you, snapping a picture of you while you're looking at him. You know, like to me, I love that. And if you think about like trading cards as just a property, you know, of us enjoying it and looking at it, and then
Oh,
Spider-Man's
there's
looking
no
back at
glare.
us. So
Yeah.
And the
I like it.
colors. No, it's a great. It's like Justin said. It's a beautifully
It's
conception of a card. Like the concept of it is really
Mhm.
clean. The interactiveness is nice. Like it's just a fun card. Honestly, if I
Yeah.
like I with the Surfer collection, I had to pick like I wanted to have a little treasure chest of like
Mhm.
Marvel Grails, right? Which I accomplished. Which I have all the ones I've wanted. Maybe missing one, but I'm pretty happy with what I have there. But if
cool.
I was like spending cash and not picking up like Surfer stuff, I would have picked up that card
Mhm.
long time ago.
Well, and
Beautiful card.
this is the point that I like, and I can't say it's true, just my brain goes there. Speaking of the one write your own caption, you know, of the 11 Spider-Man cards, how many of the write your own caption has something written on it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some on
they're
eBay.
yeah,
It's actually so nice to see it because your imagination
Mhm.
starts going like, was this a kid that wrote this
it's
in
awesome.
Yeah,
1960 something? It's so
yeah,
cool to imagine. It's almost like a date stamp, you know? Well, we
It's
don't know when
nice.
it was written on, but some of them you can tell by the writing, like that ain't a young kid today. That's a young
yeah.
kid back then.
Or the blue pen. Like a
Yeah,
lot of them are
yeah,
old blue pens, so you can tell.
yeah.
No, I love that. I love that interaction. I love that whole space. And honestly, the funny thing is like watching the Nationals, which
Mhm.
happened, um, seeing them talk about that Mantle card and
Mhm.
seeing them like talk about the 10 and how clean it was and looking at those colors. Like the card very much has that kind of like flavor to it in terms of colors.
So the mantle
Yeah,
card
yes.
upset me this weekend.
Mm,
I
Why?
because I saw so many people holding it and passing it around.
yeah.
Did you see the 10 wasn't being handled,
Hyping it.
the BGS 95, right? The one that's at auction was
I
being
saw the
handled by
10
everyone?
handle too.
I
I
guess
saw the
they
10
both
handle a
were.
lot at first.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
guess they
saw
both
Jeff
were.
handle it. I saw a couple other people
Golden
touch it out
handled
in the
it. He was like,
case.
"You want to see what 100 million looks like? Here's 8 cards." And he's just like
Oh,
going
dude,
through 'em.
I got a big kick out of that video though, because I was like, it
Fun
like,
video.
yeah, because that's like I know those exist like that, but I was like overwhelmed. 8 cards literally, just
Mhm.
putting them down. He's like, there you go, 100 mil, bye. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
but I guess I'm a little like, show me the sales.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? There's never been a sale of that price. Those are all valuations. Those
If
are all
it was for sale.
projections of if
Yeah.
it were for sale, right? Because this 9.5 that I believe is at auction right now at
Mhm.
Heritage or Golden.
You're talking about the
Um,
SGC? Is that what you
The
mean?
SGC.
SGC
oh, it's
95?
an SGC. It's not a BGS.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
No, I
BGS.
think it's a
Okay,
tuxedo. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. So
And
that,
it looks really good.
yeah, yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks like it's a beautiful card, especially for 1952, right?
Right.
And so, and I think they're assuming that it's going to go for north of 10 million.
Mhm.
If that actually does hit, which it probably is going to, like, come on, it's going to do it,
With
I
as much
think.
hype during nationals, like, yeah,
Yeah,
someone's definitely
yeah.
everyone's jonesing for it now.
And so that probably does put that PSA 10 and that crazy $30 million. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
I
know. Who
I
knows?
think the
Who knows?
issue I think there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Here's the issue, right? It's when we look at cards, right? We
Mhm.
look at cards because we have an affinity for them, right? We have an attachment to like the experience of getting cards when we were kids, and we like holding them, we like storing them, we like flipping through the pages, right? There's a
Mhm.
difference to how we interact it. When you get certain past certain money, like for me, when you buy things just because there's a color change or it's low numbered or it just has that rarity to it. I think especially with the mantle is like this historical
There's
art
3
piece,
PSA
which
10s in
that's what they're
existence.
selling it as. They're selling
Three,
it as an art. There's
three.
three. They're selling it
Oh
like an
yeah,
art
yeah.
piece. You know what I mean?
There
They're
are three. I
selling it
heard. Yeah.
like it's for eccentric buyers. It's for people who have enough money to have that piece in their home. It's not really there. It's not for us to consider it real. Does that make sense?
No,
You know what
yeah,
I mean by that?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That is, it's a lot. You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's just
You
it's
know,
crazy stuff. It's not stuff for us. Even like for me, like I think I learned maybe like a year ago, year and a half
Mhm.
ago. I was just having this conversation with Justin too,
Mhm.
where I was like, there's a price in my head now where I won't go over for cards.
Mhm.
because of certain cards I'm focusing on and how I've altered my collection, and I'm less angry now when people throw out crazy prices. Like, it's
Mhm.
really weird. I feel less frustrated at like people being like, "Well, this is a $10,000 card." I'm like, "Where'd you pull that out of? Like, how'd you get that number?"
Mhm.
But I'm not upset anymore because this weird kind of realization I had where I was like, "Yeah, that's for them. This is for me." You know what I mean? Like, there's a
Mhm.
nice little degree of separation there. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Neo killed it with that comment for sure. The
The
Mantle is the
Mantle is the
AF-15.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
right.
the Amazing Fantasy
Yeah.
first appearance of Spider-Man. You know, the I guess the thing I find interesting about it is I don't know much about the Mantle card. I mean, I know who Mantle is. I'm a Yankee fan. You know, I get the history there. I get you know, I'm aware of the home runs and all that kind of stuff. But I guess the thing that I don't understand is how rare the card actually is. Like, is it a rare card? Like, how many Mantle cards are
Were
out there?
printed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Hornets Wagner, like we know there's like 11 of those in existence or 12, whatever the number is. I don't know, but we know it's rare. Like, it's to find one in any condition is special. You see what I'm saying? But is
I
it
think
special to find a Mantle card?
I think it's like
Is it
I
condition
think
rare?
I know. You know what? And I think it is. I don't think it's condition wear or printing wear. And I don't, speaking out of like, I'm not 100% sure on that. Neo will
Mhm.
probably tell me in a second. But what I think that Mantle card is, and I think the Mantle card is just the icon of the hobby. It is the
Mhm.
card, you know what I mean, that's been placed in movies. It's the thing people look at, you know, like Babe Ruth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's the thing that's been ingrained in pulp culture to be iconic, right? Like, the
Yeah.
image has become so iconic that that's what makes it the figurehead of the hobby.
Is
At least that's what
is
I'm assuming.
is the image like a photo of him or is it like a drawing photo? Like
It
a
So
looks
the
like a drawing, but I guess it's
yeah.
an old photo, right? Or is it a drawing?
so the way, from my knowledge, I could be wrong, is that these photos, when they're done, especially how they were taken on the particular film and the exposure, a lot of it is film and then hand painted. So what films used to
Mm.
do for animation is they would paint on the cell on the 16 millimeter, 35 millimeter,
Mhm.
or they would hand color things or bath or chemically bath things. So color's been around on film for a long time, but it's not really they're not filming color, they're having to alter it
Mm.
on the cell. I think that's what this is. I don't think this is a straight painting. I think this is a stencil and then painted to give that kind of look to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I don't know, I
doesn't
could be
it
wrong about
doesn't
that.
it doesn't not look like an Ash Gonzalez sketch card.
I mean, Ash could reproduce that, and it would look exactly that way because it looks drawn.
All right, Ash,
I should
I want a Spider-Man Mickey Mantle.
I was gonna get a surfer Mickey Mantle, him holding the surfboard right
Did
there.
you
I
guys
think it
see
could
the
work.
Well,
Wolverine that he did?
I
Oh
was wondering how
yeah,
you
yeah.
felt about that. Like,
Michaels. That's
I was
crazy.
like, it was really
Oh,
dope. But then
oh,
I was like, is
I
Justin?
was a part of that.
Oh, okay, because we had that other conversation about that Marvel Wolverine card, and then that one popped up, and I was like, well,
That
I guess there's
yeah,
more of these
that
now.
upset me because it
Oh
feels like
yeah.
a it feels you know, anyway, I mean, somebody else could have come up with the idea, but and maybe that idea has been years in the making, but it still felt a little bit like copying.
Why was it the shattered one? I mean, I just have an opinion
Yeah.
about the shattered stuff. I don't dig the shattered stuff. I think that's a
I don't
played out
like it.
gimmick, and I
If
don't
you
get
want
it.
it to look like stained glass, that's different.
The
But
only thing
like
I
If
dig
you
about
wanted,
shattered
this
is weird.
if you wanted to look like stained glass, make it out of stained glass. Don't just draw something broken and call it the shattered every. I don't like it. I'm sorry, man. There's actually a guy that I do respect that does that, so I apologize, my friend. I'm not a huge fan of the shattered stuff.
well, I think the thing that is cool is the guy actually makes the shattered glass though, right? Like he truly makes a stained glass for the image. Isn't that true?
I did not know
Some
that.
artists do it that way. I've seen artists do that kind of effect and then they shatter the glass on purpose to
Mm-hmm.
give it the natural fragmentation, but I don't know what they did for that process.
And Norrin, when I cut you off there, I don't know how that came across. I was agreeing with you. I do apologize. I was saying, yeah, like
Oh,
if you,
shush. Don't do,
yeah,
no,
okay,
please. Don't say
thank you.
that.
Yeah,
You're
my
no.
bad.
No.
Good. I just want to make sure I'm with
No,
you on that.
stop. No.
Let me see. I want to see if I can find this Wolverine. that
And
Ash
then
Gonzalez did.
while you're looking for that, I want to say, oh, and they also corrected the border on it. I don't think that one's going to get a 6 for century. uh, so another interesting thing that happened, Neo, you might still be in here with us. I think it was, again, 2 weeks ago that we started talking about the Jordan rookie versus the Star rookie. We were talking about the 86 Fleer versus the 84 Star. I'm only starting to learn. And then after watching the content from the National, PSA has started to grade the Star cards. Yeah. Everyone is speculating heavy on the Star cards. And Jeff was trying to make a deal on one. He was going to spend about $125,000.
I saw the same video.
Yeah. And so those things are being legitimized. And we're about to see what happens between the Jordan rookie discussion. Why would it not be the Star card?
It's funny because the moment I was watching that video, and the first thing that came to mind was 90 MU compared to 66 Don Russ. And I know other people consider comic images to have some Spider-Mans in there.
And there's some images here in a minute.
Yeah, there's tons of Spider-Mans and comic images that are just awesome and by specific artists. So it'd be interesting in the future to see what the conversations are for what people will consider iconic for Marvel cards. I'm excited to see where it goes and what people kind of start leaning to. I mean, the Star thing is different. The Star thing is different because it wasn't an illegal pressing. Was that right, guys? Is that what he said?
No,
it was illegally printed without this license?
No, well, okay, so I should not speak on this, but what I heard, and we'll just we'll put this thing together because Neo's going to let us know anyway. But so I think the first one it was licensed, but actually I don't remember. But the controversy is that the guy that manufactured it, it was just a low budget operation, but the guy that manufactured it after the release of it just kept printing. It was his machine, it was his ink, it was his everything. He just kept printing them the same exact thing. There's no difference between the ones he manufactured after the release versus those ones. So that no one knows how many exist, and that's why the grading companies were hesitant about it. But I guess somehow now PSA is able to figure out which ones were actually printed at the right time,
printed beforehand, maybe tested ink.
Yeah, because it wasn't continued to be printed in the actual rookie year, so to speak. It continued to be
he just kept printing it, but there's no difference between the two because it's the same it's almost like when people say that the fake Jordans are also made by Nike. I think that's a bunch of BS, but there used to be these things back in the day when the aftermarket was first starting to happen for a lot of the things that now have an established aftermarket. We always used to say that these are like people at the Nike factories after hours using the same products, the same materials, the slightly rejected batch of stuff that didn't meet measurements. They still do that, and they put it into the world to capitalize off of the fake market. But that's not true. That's just something we used to say, I think. Because we used to say the same thing about Rolex as well, but I don't think Rolex...
I remember that. I remember people saying that. That's funny. Yeah.
Well, the thing I think is cool is that the Marvel card hobby is still so small, still so young, so to speak, that we get to have a strong voice in how these conversations go. We kind of get to lay the foundation a little bit.
100%. And it's really good to talk about these conversations because I don't think there's a reason to argue which card's first and which card will be iconic. I think time will do that space for us, and who happens to invest in something and the big money will kind of guide us there, unfortunately. But I do think it's really cool to see things happening that could potentially be conversations in our hobby.
I love it. Yeah, we're still defining the true Marvel Grail cards. I agree with that.
Who says that?
I slightly disagree. I slightly disagree. So I'm going to throw this out there. Not that he's wrong. I'm going to be wrong, but I'm just going to say it. But I think there is an interesting thing to be said about defining what is a Marvel Grail, because Marvel Grail is very subjective, right? A Grail to one collector is not the same Grail to another collector. So there's a difference. Yeah. What I'm talking about more, moving away from the Marvel Grail language, is more along the lines of what are cards that collectors seek out that have been difficult for veteran collectors to find? What are the cards that have historical significance? We had a great episode defining these 4 categories and having a discussion of what that looks like. I think that is different than saying, hey, this is a Marvel Grail, right? Because I think Grail is way too subjective of a word for the hobby. I think it's historically important.
Subjective, but when I read this from Marvelous packs, I kind of still hear it in the same vein of what you're talking about. Is the market doesn't even know all the cards. They don't even
Yeah,
know.
no, nobody knows. Like
And
there's
so the defining is
Yeah.
more of the revealing of what it is and what's out there. And you're saying the way we're going to discover what that is these people who've been collecting for a long time. What are they having trouble getting a hold of? And what are they having trouble finding? Do you know
that's
what
what
that
messed
is?
me up. That's what messed me up. I was about 5 or 6 years into doing the Surfer collection
Mhm.
and just starting to hit the real big snags. Like it's funny, I was talking to Miles, the Namor collector, and I was talking to Doom as well for the Rinhouse Diamonds and the out of 10s. And it was Surfer was tough for me to get to, and talking to Collection Kings, who's
Yeah.
a god amongst mortals with
He earned
that
his
collection.
name. Yeah.
He earned his name for real. And those cards were very difficult to find, and it wasn't until
That's
he
'cause
let
he
one of his
opened all of
goes. Yeah, he opened it up pretty much. And you know, it is fun. It was around that 6-year mark where I started like finally like getting to know who these people are who've been like collecting for like 20, 25 years, maybe
Mhm.
since the beginning. And because their dad collected cards and their choice of card was Marvel, so then they collected Marvel since they were young. You know what I mean? But they would be my age or a little or like 10 years older. Finding out what they couldn't find,
Yeah.
that was crazy. That was utter insanity. When
Well, you
when
had
they
to
started
work your
telling me
way
that was
into the group first. Like you had to be included.
people, because and the truth is, it's not so much because at first there are some people who just don't want to tell other people because
Yeah.
whatever. But
Competition.
there are a big thing. A part of it though, which is the craziest thing, is that most people are still like on AOL, Yahoo.
Yeah.
Like no, like for real, like
Send you a
contacting
pigeon.
these black holes, man. Like they would not have any digital content because they just never
Yeah.
wanted to do that. And they have massive collections of things that people just haven't even seen.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
impressive. It's impressive
It is.
how that world is.
Hey, get to a couple of comments here. Swami said, I worked with a welder that had a nice Mickey Mantle. He retired a few years ago. I got him into grading and selling before he retired. Wonder what he did with it. He might have sent it to
Nice.
STC. Got a 9.5.
Yeah.
You might see him in that national video.
Yeah, now he's going to retire his entire family because of it. Fantastic.
It's like
Yeah.
done.
I think I saw what Swish Rips was talking about here. This
I did
the
too.
Bowman
That
Mantle
was
rookie
cool.
card that was also a PSA 10. Did you
Yeah.
guys see this? Card Porn uploaded a video that a sealed $15,000 box of NBA basketball Prism. So let me tell the story better. So they have this $15,000 Prism box. It's got Kobe Bryant on it. They
Okay.
sell it as a box break. So they're breaking
Okay.
it live at National.
Oh,
They sell all the
gosh.
spots. They rip the seal, open it up, and it has Austin Powers cards inside of it.
I gotta watch this. Who was it? Who were the breakers? I gotta watch this.
Just go to Card Porn on Instagram. I'll go get it now. Give me a
It's
second.
Okay, no,
bad.
I'll find it. I'll
Like,
find it. No worries.
I'm
Thank you.
Are you
legit.
going to share it though? I'm going to share it on the channel. So
Oh no,
I'm
share it. Oh,
legit
sorry.
worried.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm legit worried about boxes. I'm legit worried about like.
Rip them. If you got them, rip them.
I mean,
kind of
I
my
think, I think the issue. I'm worried. There are fake Marvel cards. I'm actually investigating something now with a buddy about some fake Marvel cards that were sold. We haven't announced it yet, but that's you guys don't have to worry. But like, it's so specific, none of you guys have to worry. Like we caught
So
it
we
really
want to
early.
know about it though. Once
No,
you
you're
do
gonna
the
know
full
about it. You're gonna know
investigation,
about
we
it
want to know about it.
most likely
Okay.
tomorrow, the day after. Yeah.
And man, I forgot. Old Man Venom said for me to check my IG, and I can't because I'm on the phone. But also, I will talk to you about a card in a second. Yeah. Okay.
Are you seeing this?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Oh my god.
So
Wait,
this
I
is
want
when
to
they
see
go-
the moment. I want to
This
see
is
the
it.
moment.
This is
Oh,
it.
this is the moment.
This poor guy.
I'm not playing the audio. I don't know what the audio
Day
says.
is
if there's
totally
music or
ruined.
what.
I'll
for
get the
that poor
audio later
gentleman.
after tonight.
Mhm.
I want to hear it with the audio too.
Totally day ruined.
Look at the guy's face. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I missed the face. I was looking at his hands.
Jesus,
Okay, I see his face.
That's
He is.
horrifying.
Oh, dude.
Oh god.
Unbelievable.
Oh my
That
god.
poor guy.
Oh, that's got to be just so gut wrenching.
Well, it has to be hard for him because he worked for that moment and was really looking forward to like being the breaker of that box.
$15,000 box.
That's not cool.
15
That poor
grand. I
guy.
mean, I know he took care of everybody. I know everybody that bought their
Yeah.
spots likely got
Oh,
their
I'm
money
sure.
back immediately. Like, no
Yeah.
harm, no foul on his part. He didn't know what was
No.
happening, but how
Yeah.
bad, man.
I just feel bad for that moment, dude. That poor guy. What, dude? That's harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, he bought that from somewhere. I'm gonna do some digging. I want to know who's responsible for what.
I mean, like, it's legit, man. You really have to know, like, what's going on.
You got look. Wolverine can't dunk. What kind of comment is that? Dude's got an 80-inch vertical.
I mean, he kind of short, man. He kind of short.
Reggie Miller was kind of short. Let's all calm down, okay?
Okay.
Not Reggie
All
Miller.
right.
Reggie's a gangster.
No,
Reggie
Reggie
can
Miller is
jump?
like 6'6".
Oh,
No, he's not.
dang it,
Reggie
Norris,
Miller
you
is
know I don't
actually
know about
very
sports.
tall.
Don't just lie to me.
Is he
Yeah.
really? I guess.
Yeah.
Whoops, I messed up. Sorry, Space Jam lied. Okay, screw you guys. Right, that's my only knowledge of basketball is Space Jam.
Bibby,
Reggie
there's
Miller
someone
height-
named Bibby.
Reggie
He wasn't
Miller,
tall.
excuse me. I shorted him. He's 6'7".
You shorted him.
Okay, 6'7". He's taller than me. Wow, damn, Reg.
Yeah. Yeah.
You lied. My whole world shattered.
You can't talk about sports anymore. All right.
No,
Hey,
that's it.
we're gonna see some grades. So let me get the camera.
Oh, the
right.
seller refunded him as he was duped too. They broke a more expensive box for the people in replacement at the same price. I like to hear that.
That's how you
Very
do
That's
it.
cool.
awesome.
That's how you
From
do
the
it.
That's
bench,
awesome.
thank you for the details.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So this is a PSA order I
Oh.
sent a year
Oh,
ago.
nice. We're doing the reveal.
We're
Awesome.
doing the reveal. So this is
Sick.
a PSA 9 Cosmic Spidey. I really wanted this in the 10.
Yeah, 94 Flair, amazing card.
You're gonna hear me say that a lot, by the way.
That Venom in any grade.
What did they hit you with? What's the grade?
A 9.
9.
Okay.
But-
Beautiful card. Love the card.
This is where the card is like 10 times better than the comic that it's based off of.
You say
Yes.
that, but I don't know, man. They're both amazing. Why do you say that? Because there's more detail in the card because the comic
They
is kind of
cleaned
dark?
it up, man. They just cleaned it up. It's just,
And
I don't
that's
know.
not always the case. A
Not
lot
always
of
the case.
so most of Flair, if
Mhm.
not all of Flair, was ripped from comic books and then
Like this.
CGI paint Corel
this
paint
is-
job.
This is keep this up for a while, Justin. Don't
Yeah.
go to the next card just yet. Like this is a perfect example. This is Lethal Protector, obviously CGI'd, right? Like look how
Right.
clean and digital and the gradients are all smooth and what have you. And with that other card, the one previous, see the comic book is intentionally darker and grittier, right?
Mhm.
It's a Kubert artwork. It's
Yeah.
got this, it's dark. Like if you're far away from it, you can't even see the details. And that comic book is also a big poster that I used to have when I was like 11 years old in my room, right? And so I love both of them. I have both of them, the card and the comic, of
They're
course.
cool.
And they're very cool. But yeah, they don't pair up perfectly together because the card that Justin's
Right.
holding up has been brightened up and the details been added. It's almost been it's altered, right? Like the vision
It
is
is
different,
altered.
but they pair obviously still because it's the same artwork, if you will.
Totally
But
agree.
very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
I
card.
actually, yeah, that's a beautiful card.
Yeah. Love this card. Another 9. Just man, I was
What a kick in the face. That's tough. A lot of nines.
Yeah.
That's a great looking card.
another 9.
I like those
Nice.
cards, man. They're nice.
They are. But what do you do? All right, 1996 Marvel Masterpiece. Got an
Ooh,
8 on the Daredevil.
beautiful card.
Sketch can tell you, these are tough.
The truth is, 8 and up, those cards should be keepers. 8 and ups are just all great.
Another 8, War Machine.
Those
That's from
cards are great, man.
96?
Yeah.
96.
Wow, I feel like that's my first, it's not my
is
first time
is a
seeing it,
great
but I
set.
feel like it is weird.
When you see
So-
MM96 in person, Julie Bell knows how to
Dude,
do silver.
It's the
Yeah,
most
she does.
beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that's a 9.
That's a card there.
Silver Sable. She killed it.
Yeah. Sent in a Phoenix and got a 9. No 10.
Oh,
Beautiful card, though.
Painful. Sent in another one of these and got another 9.
damn.
They
They're
just
withholding 10s. I keep hearing the same thing from everybody.
done you. Got a 7 on
Ooh,
this
That's one of my favorite MM96 cards.
Someone
Great
was
card.
saying that PSA is grading really difficult these days. Any truth to that? Do you guys also hear those anecdotally being said?
I heard it. I
I'm
heard
gonna
it a
tell you,
lot.
this was I guarantee you there's 10s that look just like this card, but I got a 9.
Wow.
That's what bothers me with PSA sometimes. I look at some 10s, like I turned down the gold signature Silver Surfer 94 PSA 10. That's on eBay. And I was going to pick it up immediately because it's a gold sig and it's, it's a beautiful
Power
card.
Blast. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Wolverine. And look what they did without me asking. They put the large side, the vertical side on the front.
But that's
what they should do.
That is what they do. That's technically the front of the card.
Well, I'm glad they did because
that's the back.
Because I have seen Power Blast
the back,
that have
actually.
You would rather that be on the front?
No.
Yeah, because that me personally, yes, because I like that. I know, but you have a card you love turning sideways. You're signed Jim Lee Wolverine. You just said that because it fit your argument in this particular case.
Manu's like, no,
that card's made to
not
be
today. Not today.
It didn't have the vertical option.
Hold on. Let me do this before Justin does it.
Take myself out. Thank you very much.
Oh goodness. No, I hit the buyback in a PSA 10, but it got a 9 on the base here.
Well, let me tell you about
better to get the buyback in a 10.
My 94 Fleer, that was a buyback?
No, the 10 he has is a buyback.
The 94 Fleer Venom card hanging off of the sewer thing with I have that one too. I have it in a 10 and they slabbed it upside down. So it looks like Venom's crawling on the floor rather than hanging from the ceiling.
I kind of dig that.
It's cool. I like it. I like the oddness of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a 9 in the domino.
Beautiful card.
That's a good one.
That's a cool one.
That's a good one. I like this one too a lot.
Yeah.
But another 9.
That's the card that I actually I asked them to slab it the other way for me, and they did not. They gave it to me the same way they gave it to you, and I requested that they put the shiny side on the front, but they didn't do it for me.
God, I love this card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a great one. I forget about that card sometimes. I don't remember that card often.
Focus. There we go.
Your hand being there really helps, actually. They look really nice on camera.
Oh, Day Sports Card says, yes, PSA is very inconsistent these days, and they are mishandling, damaging cards in the process. Sounds like you're talking about a comic book grading company. I know a thing or two about that. Wow.
Look at all these 9s, guys. 9s for days.
Man, what are you going to do with all these 9s? Just enjoy them?
Just sit on them. They're not worth even selling.
Yeah, unfortunately, not right now.
I mean, you have so many 9s. You're like really good for like doing a 9 set.
Yeah, you're in
a lot
for
of people.
it.
You're in it now.
Look, I'm literally just showing you 9 after 9 after 9.
Yeah.
By the way, not
card.
that pack ripping and sending, is everything, but I ripped all these personally and sent them in. Isn't that just the coolest card?
It's the coolest card, dude. It's
That's
so
a fun
amazing.
Card. And another 9. I mean, they just 9'd me to death.
Man,
that's rough.
But this is a cool card.
Ooh, yeah.
This is 1987 Colossic Images Wolverine Colossal Conflicts. There's actually, I think there's only 3 of these graded.
So Colossal Conflicts, Author Adams, and I think the 4 of them, the 4 different Heroic Origins.
Yeah.
That's the one. Those cards were actually not easy to find for me.
I really want to get into more of this comic images stuff, man. There's a black suit Spidey card that's like so weird looking and so beautiful looking with the rainbow and the greenish, reddish, orangish, everything happening. Oh, I love that card.
So
this is an 8.
Nice.
This is Doctor Strange versus Dormammu. I actually really like this card.
That's
Don't say my name like that.
Dormammu.
Oh my God, yes.
Dormammu. There we go. Oh, this is a cool card. So this is a 6 of Hobgoblin.
Dude, I've never seen that card ever in my life.
Isn't that cool?
It's cool.
I love that.
So
I love Hobgoblin.
This is series 2. It's the villain set, but they had 2 of the Wolverine versus Hulk. I mean, excuse me. They had the Wolverine versus Hulk image in this one. So series 1 has what people consider the rookie card of Wolverine, but this came out later that year.
Marvelous Pack says thoughts on the BGS new label. Now, I was just picking up things on social media, how they had like these new labels on display, and then they came out and said that wasn't their new label. So I'm confused. Yeah. Do you actually have an image of their new labels? I would love to see.
I don't. No, we'll look them up in a second.
That was on a bunch of Banners.
Yeah, and they were like, "That's not our new label." What'd you put them on
Yeah.
banners for? What was that about?
Yeah, they're testing it. I mean,
They
Yeah.
looked good to me. They looked good. I
I
gotta
don't
see
think
them
they look
again.
terrible.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants here.
You thought they looked terrible, Norn?
I said no. I didn't think they looked terrible. People lost their
Oh.
crap. I didn't think they looked that
Oh.
bad. I don't think
Justin,
they
let's
looked
see it.
bad at
Yeah,
all.
we'll look them up. We'll look them up.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants here. It got a
I'm
5.
into it.
Wow. Oh, the centering is pretty bad.
Well,
Corners
and not only
are soft.
that, I mean, the edges look like they were cut with a, you know,
all of
really
them,
bad seal.
all of them are really rough.
This
Ooh, talk
sticker.
to us about this.
Well, so you got stickers in these packs, so they came in the packs.
Oh, cool.
Not every pack, but this got a 9. But it's not. Look how badly positioned in the case it is.
Can you nudge it around, because that's in like a little clear bag on the inside, isn't it?
Oh,
I guess.
But be careful though. Yeah, be careful though.
yeah, don't do that. You just,
It just made it worse.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Don't ever take Manu's advice.
Hold on, this will make it a little better.
But they're in a little bag on the inside.
There,
those oddly
it's a little
fit ones.
better.
Oh yeah,
They
a little
should
bit,
be.
much better. Much.
I probably
better.
could spend some time with it. All right,
Yeah.
Brown suit.
4 more to go.
If you throw it in the oven, it loosens it up.
Stop. This it's got a 9. This is actually a really good grade for this set.
That's a really good
Rhino versus Hulk. So that was
And
cool.
it probably only got the 9 because of the centering. So I would say that's probably honest grade. Yeah, very nice.
And this is a 7 of Taskmaster.
That's a beautiful card. Man, someone was getting me all excited about Taskmaster's first appearance, that green cover with him on it. Like, it's really sick. And I was like, dang, I don't have anything in my heart doesn't tell me to buy it. But after talking about the cover, I'm like, man, I kind of like that book.
This one is amazing. This got
is
a
that
9.
Surfer on there?
Surfer versus Mephisto. This is the
from the book.
SS3. Silver Surfer 3 issue. It's the cover.
Yep.
But this is
so
such.
people.
Is this
so,
Surfer's
okay.
first appearance on the card? I'm curious.
No.
Okay.
1976.
No,
1978. 78. It's either, I forget, 78 or 76. I'm pretty sure it's 78 tops sticker. And actually, what's crazy about it is that there's 4 variations of that card.
If it's a sticker, it doesn't count.
Well, this is the crazy part. So the UK version. So in the US version, it's a cutout sticker. So it's just Surfer that peels off. If it's a card, if for the UK version, it's just a full card that peels off.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's actually, yeah. And there's major, dude. I didn't find this. I shouldn't say that. Someone gave me this information from an old magazine that they printed up a whole thing discussing the set and its significance. It's the top sticker sets from the 70s. The crazy thing is that when you look up your character, do yourself a favor, instead of driving yourself nuts and looking through the old sets, just first go see when your character was released in comic books and then start from that year. Because I freaked out. I was like, let me go to 66. And I was like, wait a minute. He came out in 66 or 60 something for FF48. But there's no way he's in there. So it was just so funny when I went diving in to figure this out years ago. But yeah, so for the comic images, so people understand the difference here. 66 and the 78 top, 76 top stickers, comic book characters were being treated in cards as comedic things, because comics were like comics. Like, it was comical to read a comic book.
The old funny books.
So that's how cards were printed at first, with the funny quotes, the fill in the blank, very much like sticker albums were done as well, stamps. And then you get comic images, and comic images is the first time trying to see what a comic book card looks like. And what they do is that they take famous images, right? Like the Wolverine and Hulk is the 181 cover, right? It has the Whisker Wolverine, which is just a great Wolverine. And it basically takes that image, and then they pay someone to stencil and color them onto the card sheet. I've seen the original art for that set.
Wow.
They're not individual pieces. They're on one sheet. And someone painted and printed, like the proofs, like it's a crazy thing. So it's not like 100% original art type of thing. That does not start until 1990 with Marvel Universe, where
Mhm.
Marvel gets the license back. Bob Budiansky, who's the creative director at the time with Ken Benoff, who also was working there, cracked the idea with some other people to make Marvel cards. And they put rookie cards in them because cards at the time were sports cards and they, matching them up. But the best part about that set and what's so historical about that set is that they were handing out assignments in the Marvel studios. So whoever was drawing at the time the comic books in the 90s, especially 1990, and sitting around, they just handed out the assignments. Hey, draw a 4-card up a surfer, draw this person, draw this,
Mhm.
draw this, draw this. And that's how that's why you have a Jim Lee Wolverine hollow. Like,
That's
that's the
just
only
amazing.
reason.
Yeah.
It's just such a cool thing to see. Like, it's just really cool.
Yeah. Well, here's the last card. It's my favorite of the grading.
You know what
So
that
this-
is, right?
Yeah.
That's PMG, baby.
Oh yeah.
That's the image from the PMG.
It is the image from the PMG. This is probably the first time Wolverine's on a cover solo by himself.
Yeah.
No other superheroes that are donning the cover with
That's a
him.
good find.
Yeah. And by the way, I opened all these. You can see me open these on the channel. It's one of probably my second or third Marvel card video I did. And then I submitted these to PSA and been waiting well over a year to get them. But this and a 9, this is these are pop ones. There's not another 9. There's none graded higher. And so,
Wow.
There's no 10s. There's not a lot. I actually figured there would be a lot more people having graded these Colossal Conflicts, but there's not a lot.
It's hard to get your hands on them. Like,
Yeah.
they're not easy cards to get in good
It's
condition.
so funny. So I think I paid like $250, $300 for this box when I got it. And then while I'm opening it, a buddy of mine goes, "Hey, there's the only one for sale on eBay right now is over $600." I was like, "I don't care. I'm still opening it."
No, it's true though. Like, yeah.
The last card that you showed, that's the one and only PSA 9 of that card, and there is no 10.
Correct.
Hellfire Club.
That's awesome. That's
Correct.
awesome.
And if you ever hold one of these raw in your hand, you'll understand why 9 is a big deal.
I think I have one of the McFarlane sets that is shaped this way and made. Wait, what's
It's
the back of these? Are they
even
black on the back?
The McFarlane set.
Oh, okay.
The McFarlane set's a little bit different card stock. They had improved it by 89.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was right before they handed it off. Well, not handed it off, but started losing stuff.
I'm gonna go grab one. I'll be right back. I want to see something. I'll be back.
Yeah, we missed a lot of comments here. By the way, Swami's in the house. Swami, how are you doing, my friend?
Hello, Swami.
They've already backed out on those on social media. Is he talking about
the Beckett thing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said, I'm behind. And there was a comment here I saw earlier that I wanted to pick up on. Day and Day Sports Cards wanted us to name 3 Marvel Grail cards.
Ooh, I can name one of my grail. I mean, it's a personal grail. It's not.
Yeah.
And take away all the fun of figuring it out. Nah, you got this.
I mean, to me, one of mine is that Spider-Man, the Spider-Man and Venom hologram, the sideways hologram from 1992,
It is
93.
Yeah, Marvel Universe
93. It's Marvel Universe 4.
That in a PSA 10 in any color, regardless of the variation of the color, because I know there's the rarity based on the color. In any color, for me, a PSA 10 of that card is one of my grails. That's easily in my top 5 of a Marvel grail.
It's a beautiful card.
I bought 2 of the yellow variants recently.
Ooh,
one of them's a PSA 8. No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow, 8 though. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean those
they're hard to grade, man.
They're hard to grade, and they're not terribly easy to find.
They never have been. Like, in terms of holograms, the biggest Grail hologram from the 90s, and I'm doing like pre 2016 on this, was that Venom and Spider-Man card. It always has been in red. It always has
like
been.
1 in 400 packs.
No, it's stupid rare. I bought one for $15 at a card show, and I was like giddy all day. It was amazing.
Nice.
The only reason I have one.
Well,
it was awesome.
They just look so cool in the light, man.
It's so awesome. So sick.
It's really unbelievable.
One of the best. One of the best
let me think. What's a Grail card for me right now? Can I say that out loud?
Don't say it out loud if you haven't gotten it yet. That's dumb.
Well,
Sorry.
that's dumb.
It's dumb. Don't do it. Don't
Sketch
do
knows
it.
my
Don't do it.
needs list.
I know you. I see you. It's like real time. Like, nope.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
Doom loves horizontal cards? This doesn't make sense.
I didn't know that about Doom.
Where do you live in
That's
Liberia?
Interesting.
Come on, where are you from?
The burger cards, Doom. You're absolutely right. But I don't like the Mr. Wimpy burger cards. Those are smaller cards. He's absolutely right. I had a PSA 10 Surfer of that and sold it because I didn't like it. That's how dumb I am.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a Grail card that I can talk about.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Fine.
I want to hear. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
And then we're gonna discuss this with Norrin too. Remember, I forgot to send you a link, so we'll do all of that.
Oh, I do want to talk about that. Let's wait till he's back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Here's the thing. What's happened over the last 2 months is what I consider like a card I want in my collection has changed. And it was, at one time it was really about, what could I get that is something that everybody else also wants, like that's hard to get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, because yeah.
And it doesn't mean I don't like it, but it was just like, it's hard to get. Can I get it? Can I figure out a way to acquire it? But there's been a few new cards that have entered my collection recently, and it's changed what I'm putting up in my display and what I'm really considering my Grail cards. And what's happened is, and I guess this just goes back to, where all this is born out of for me, but there are some really special 1990s cards in PSA 10 that I just really love. And they're not necessarily numbered. They're not necessarily considered very expensive.
Oh, I know one of yours for sure.
Yeah. And so that's just, and there's one in particular. I'm not going to name it now because I know I have some people that are wanting to sell this particular card to me, potentially. And I don't want to do myself a disservice by saying it out loud, but it's a 90s card and it's a Spider-Man card. I guess I can say that much because there's a lot of those, but for me, that's the Grail card that I'm looking for that my collection needs right now.
Very cool. Yeah, and that's how Grails work. Like Grails are personal. It's what's a Grail to us, for what reason. I don't think Grail is definable on a larger sense. I mean, there's no argument that an Amazing Fantasy 15 is a Grail. No one's going to argue that. Even if they don't personally want one, you can't say it's not.
But here's the thing. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, please.
If I want an AF15, I can get one. I mean, I have
that's actually true. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you mean, yes, I have to sell everything you see in this room, but I could do it.
But they're attainable. There.
And there's one always for sale.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
a good point.
I mean, it might be a Grail in my collection, meaning it stands out above the rest. But is it an Indiana Jones Grail? Meaning there's only one in the world and you got to have the code to find it. And even if you walk into the room with it, would you recognize it?
Yeah, that's a different kind of, that's another story. Yeah, that's the next level. If that's what I think it is, then those are dope. Oh, well, Doom card, I'm going to show you in a second. Then I wonder if that is what you think it is. I hope so.
From the beach. I love this question. Can I do this real quick?
Yeah.
Spidey, are you sticking to your whole, if I get something new that I have to sell something? So that's not quite how I've defined it. The way I've defined it is that I want to sell one thing a week, basically is what that means. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I've actually sold quite a bit.
Cool.
Like a lot recently.
Cool. I like selling, so that makes me happy.
Justin knew what his Grail cards were. Then Eugene dropped those cases of Spidey bombs. Let me tell you something. Eugene had, I don't know if you've seen Eugene's case. I showed it in the Marvel card news, but he literally has every Spider-Man card you could want from 2016 to 2017, basically. He's got a few missing, but not many.
16 to 17. Okay.
Yeah, so that means 20. Well, even into 2020, but he has basically every Spider-Man card you could want from 2016 Marvel Masterpiece, every Spider-Man card you could want into 2018, and just about every Spider-Man card you could want from 2017 including not every PMG from 2013, 15, and 17, but most of them. And both Peter Parker Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. Absolutely unbelievable. And hey, so I'll make a confession here real quick. While the Gold Spider-Man 1/1 PMG was in my collection, it was not my favorite card.
There you go. There's that.
It never was even in the center of my display. Now I love it. It's a wonderful card. I understand what it is, but it didn't, in terms of a card to look at, it wasn't in the top of my display.
All right, Justin, big
about
my
the Silver
screen.
Surfer green. Same boat.
Norn, did you just bring some? Okay, we'll do this real quick then. All right, so this Maximum Carnage cassette tape,
Whoa.
Green Jelly is the band, Acclaim is the video game company, of course. So
I remember Acclaim.
I know Acclaim, but I don't remember Green Jelly.
No,
it wasn't what I was listening to back then. So
Is
I
the
can't
off-brand Green Day?
I don't know. I don't even know. It's definitely
Green Jelly wishes.
Right.
Right. And
Sorry.
we're probably going to upset somebody who's like a huge Green Jelly fan.
Green Jelly fan.
Okay, I need to stop trying to get my face in there too. Like as long
You don't
as
have to see your face. You just
Like,
have to
look
that's
at
fine.
me.
We just want to see the cards. That's really all we
Right. So this is a cassette tape. This one is still sealed, and it's part of all of the Maximum Carnage stuff from Acclaim, all the promotional stuff. But here's why it ties in with everybody here. See that thin line of stuff?
We know what
That's
that
a
is.
pack of cards
With Venom on it. Oh, you upside down.
That is like 8-bit images from the video game in a sealed pack of cards with the claim on there and the names and things and stuff. That's all.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to show. So there's some
I've never
cards
actually seen it. I've never actually
most
seen
people
them.
don't have. Yeah. I mean,
never
I'm not
actually
going to
seen
open it. I think I need to just buy some on eBay that are already open just to have them. But like, that's sick. Look at the video game 8-bit Venom.
That's great. I love that.
Oh,
goofball
Venom. I
really love that.
That is beautiful. I love it,
that's
man.
cool.
That's sick.
And are those difficult to find?
Yeah, the cassette tapes, there's usually only like one or two on eBay, and if it's sealed, someone's going to ask, between 75 and 150. Sometimes they sell for 50, but if they're like if they're open and someone's listing them for like 15, 20 bucks, they sell instantly. But you want a sealed, I mean, I want a sealed one. I forgot what I paid for this, but this is the cleanest one I've ever had, so I kept this one. But they pop up, they're out there, they pop up. They don't always pop up like, that clean, but they pop up.
I love that. See, that's something you just get graded as is. That's just such a cool little.
Is he saying, Pop Quiz, who is Wolverine fighting on the card? Is he talking about this card? He's fighting the Hellfire Club.
Yeah, that's a cover. That's
135, 136, something like that. Okay. Hold on, let me see if it's on the card.
It's a key book, but I don't remember what's key about it.
Yeah, it doesn't say. But yeah, no, it's a cool card. Is it the first? No, I can't remember. There is a first appearance aspect.
There's something, yeah.
There's something
You're definitely right, because that cover comes up a lot in conversation when people are talking about like Wolverine and X-Men stuff. Yeah.
Cardball says, was there really a variant to the MU4 hologram? Yeah, there's 4 color variants. There's the traditional green, right? No, I'm looking for Norn to give me approval on what I'm about to say.
Yeah. So the green, what they intended it to be was green. I spoke to JD, and JD said that there is something to heat and the cards over time and stuff like that. But I think we discussed it, and and we both settled on and not to say we're the 2 experts on anything, because we're not. I know a lot of collectors for that hologram who know way more than me, but the way they make the card, if they didn't make the card consistently the way they had to do it, because the card was so difficult to like time and human error, whatever. If it spent longer in the chemical, it was blue. Less time, it was red. I think was something like that. Something with infrared, of course, ultraviolet. And then it was pulled out, so it became a variant in the sense that they were pack pulled, they were inserted there, and there was more than one. When you have a Marvel error card, it's because it was an error, not a true variant. Like there's a true variant for Spider-Man versus Green Goblin in 1990 Marvel Universe.
Right. It has to do with the
color,
blast.
The color and the blast. Yeah. That's
and
a tough one. I always forget it.
yeah. But I think if you're looking, the colors you're going to find are going to be green, yellow, red, and blue.
I think red is the rarest. Blue is the second. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Swish Rip says 1995 Marvel Metal Silver Flasher Surfer and a Gem Mint 10. I dig that.
I
That's
have
for
it.
sure.
It's awesome.
In a Gem
So-
Mint 10?
I have the original art. Yeah. Silver Surfer and metal. Yeah, I have the silver flasher and I have the gold.
Yeah, I've
Whoa.
got that in the original art.
Whoa.
I didn't mean it like that. I just, yeah.
I'm a true collector. What are you?
No, I'm not. That's not true. I'm
Yeah,
chopped liver
yeah,
compared to
Nora, you coined the
No,
phrase.
there's crazy people. Oh, seriously, like, there's
Ju-
crazy.
Justin, I'm gonna
Crazy.
pick your brain and Noren's brain. Can you do your screen share thing? Go to eBay, and I'm just gonna ask you
Yeah.
to type in something.
I'm ready.
1992 Marvel Universe Venom hologram error. Old Man Venom
Venom
put me onto
hologram.
this. Venom hologram error 1992. You're gonna see just a white card. It's just the main image for the listing is just a white card. And so when I was on Old Man Venom's channel, Simbi Elite's YouTube channel, on a live, and he told me
I'm
he
sorry.
purchased this, and I was like, what the heck? And he sent me the link. I don't know if it's fake or real. I bought it anyway. I was like, I'll find out if it's fake later. It's $20. I'm buying it. What do you guys know about this thing?
I know blank piece of cardboard when I see it.
No, turn it. No, the back is printed.
I
Sorry.
know blank piece of cardboard when
Hey,
I
that's
see it.
me. Clear cards with nothing on it or blank cards. That's my
You
game.
can't see the front or you can't see the whole thing. Nothing in the middle.
Exactly. Wait, why did
Nothing
Marvelous
beyond
Pack
that.
say that's cheating? What did I cheat on? I don't even remember. Oh, we'll circle back to that Marvelous Packs. Let me know if I
There's
missed
no
something.
cheating. I mean, $20. Why not?
Yeah.
What's
So,
what's
but
wrong with that? It's a cool
Is
little
it
piece
real?
of history.
Is it real? Is it fake? Do you know about it?
I mean,
First of all, okay, so place in top loaders when purchased in near mint condition. This card is not in near mint
how's
condition.
that near mint condition?
Look, like
And
the
why-
dog
and how
chewed it
old
up at the
Yeah,
bottom.
and how,
Why
does he have 11 of them? He's got 3 of
It
he's
could
got
be
8 were
printed.
sold, 3 available.
Okay, so let me
It
tell you
could
what
be
happened.
printed.
This guy figured out how to rip off the hologram.
Oh, and then
Maybe-
he figured
maybe
out how to
showed it
rip
off.
me off for $20.
I mean,
No, I'm
look at
just joking.
this. Look at this edge. That looks like somebody beat
That's
beat the fire
razored.
out of it.
That's like looks rough. That looks like it was cut pretty tough.
I mean, these
I don't
edges
know.
came out pretty crappy from the pack.
Not like
I
that.
remember these.
That is serrated.
Oh
That is
wait, I
like
have
bread
this
knife
card right
cut.
here. I'll be back.
That's like a bread knife cut that card. That's rough.
I just want I don't mind the $20 even if it's fake. I just
Yeah,
want to know
I'm
if you
with
do.
you.
I don't know. I don't know if it is or isn't. That's the issue with misprints and error
Wait.
cards. Like,
So, but error sounds like there was a printing error. Like there's nothing about Venom like on the front of this at all. Like,
well, it's a printing error in the sense that the uncut sheet, if it's real,
mhm.
didn't lay down the hologram and they only had the backs, but they cut the card anyway. I guess that's what they're referring to.
Or maybe some backs somehow made their way out of the factory.
Possible.
Like
I don't know.
maybe they didn't pass QC because of the edge, and so they never got a hologram laid on it. Now that might.
I mean,
Whoa,
thing to-
interesting.
yeah. I mean, the thing to think about too. Okay, so real or not, it becomes even more murkier than that because some cards were actually sold at auction when Fleer and Skybox shut down. And people bought a lot of cards and a lot of boxes that were left over in the factory that never made.
Meaning they're like, hey, we got a case over here that never made it in the pack.
We got a freight of cases,
but we just
that's
want
the
them
kind
gone.
of stuff they were doing. Yeah, so that happened a lot. But the problem is that we're in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain boxes just don't exist anymore, right? Like 96 The reason people said some stuff a long time ago that there was a freight of 96 just sitting in a warehouse and that people were going to be so mad for when that freight of 96 came out and that people would be paying too much money for cards that they were like, oh, this is half the production line.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing the point. It doesn't matter if there's 10 times the amount of those cards out there. If they're sitting in boxes in this heat under that much plastic, they are stuck and in every way.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no way you're saving those cards.
This is going to be hard to
Put
show.
them in the fridge.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard to show, but this is the card. This is pack pulled by me. It's got the same screwed up edge
It
at the
does.
bottom.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Then that's a
Alright.
good sign then.
The whole bottom edge is white spotted.
Got it.
Is it serrated though? Does it look like it was cut wrong? Like is it rough?
No, it
Or
looks
is it just
it's
white
rough.
spots? It's rough?
No, it looks exactly like that. It
Like
looks
that one?
identical to that. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
obviously much bigger, but
Mhm.
like the image,
I mean,
but it looks
it might be
identical.
real. Maybe they stockpiled them. Maybe they opened a couple boxes or they had a case or because
Mhm.
what was the hit ratio on those holograms? Do we know? I forget. I know
Dang,
we
this
know.
Wolverine one is cut clean. I got the Wolverine one too. This one's clean.
It might be
But I had
something
it.
with that Venom sheet.
I
don't
have
think there
this
was
one
a
marked.
Venom
I
sheet
said
alone.
this is a 9 with a shot at a 10, and then I never submitted it. I wonder why.
Surface, man. Surface could be a problem.
I put together a big PSA order Sunday night.
Ooh.
I waited till the
Oh,
last
yeah?
minute to get the $18 a card, but it's like 120 cards.
Wow.
Mhm.
Dude, that's a massive submission.
Yeah, I've been sitting.
You're wild with this grading thing. Like, I don't know if you like are being
Look
like
at
you're just
Justin's
like
face.
rate it.
You wow. He's
do
like,
it.
he's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like there can't be much like science behind your
Look,
rating.
you
'cause
see how many
graded,
nines
like
I got?
500 cards. Yeah, like you're just.
I know what I'm
submitting-
doing.
Yeah,
I can get a 9 like it's nobody's business.
Yeah,
I know what
you're
I'm
consistent.
doing. You don't
You're
even know.
consistent. You're
I get nines all day.
consistent.
I'm shooting from the hip. It's Cowboys and Indians over here.
I get nines in my sleep. Are you kidding?
I don't know anyone that's submitted as many cards as you except for Mike.
Oh
So
no,
great.
yeah, there's plenty of people who submitted more cards than me. That is a fact. I'm a nobody when it comes to
120
submitting.
cards?
Yeah,
People
that's just-
submit way.
Yeah,
that's small.
nothing.
You
Well,
have
no,
no
I get
idea.
it. People do, but what are you submitting? Like, what
Stuff he's
120
cracked.
cards?
He's cracked a lot of stuff on the channel.
Yeah,
A
I've
lot of
opened a
stuff.
lot of product.
Yeah, you've opened a lot of products.
It's got a lot of 96, a lot of 95. It's got some Spider-Man cards, some numbered lower number Spider-Man cards. What else it got in there? It's got holograms, 90s holograms in there that are really clean.
I'm grading everything. I'm grading it all. I'm finally there. As
Are you?
ridiculous. I am. I just got there. I'm just there now. And here's the thing. And I will say this: grading cards is a gamble, and it's something you do at the tail end when you're happy with your collection. If you want to do it, there's no reason to grade a card. There's no reason to do it. It is purely for your own excitement to get a grade reveal or to like encapsulate it, but there is no certainty reason or any reason that makes you a better collector by grading your card. I just want that to be said and on the record because I honestly believe that. I'm just personally at a stage now where I feel comfortable grading my copies. Hey, Naj!
Yeah, Naj said I'm back. I mean, unless you're collecting to have the highest grade of something, then it is your objective.
Yeah, that
if
makes
you're
total
collecting that
sense.
way.
That's your collecting.
But to say there's no reason to grade, like
no reason, no. Okay, it's not that there's no reason to grade. Is that there is
Asa, what up?
no. You are not any less of a collector for not grading.
no,
Correct.
That's what I want to
That's what you
say.
mean by that.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what I mean by reason. There are
But-
reasons to grade, but yes.
there are obviously people who collect graded cards.
which is awesome.
And that's a reason to grade.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And the reality is, like, however you want to slice it, you go to a show, you go to a convention, whatever. Somebody shows up with their raw cards and penny sleeves versus somebody who shows up with their cards graded and slabbed. It lands differently.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It just does.
From a collector like myself, I collect cards.
Mhm.
I obviously have ungraded cards.
Mhm.
But my goal for all of my favorite cards is a PSA 10.
Yeah.
Just what it is. But that's the same way I collect comics. I have a bunch of raw comics. When I was a child, grading didn't exist. But as an adult, I found out you could grade stuff and add that element of, ooh, I got the highest grade. I'm about that. Like so. Yeah, and then what you're saying about going to a card show, and that's the whole thing, right? Like condition does matter, if
Yeah.
there's a bunch of something out there, you don't want what some guy just had shaking around a shoebox for 30 years.
I
And it
guess
looks like
no, you're
the edge
100%
of,
right.
you know.
No, you're right. And I wouldn't buy a raw card at the price of a card that I can get in a 10. That's a fact. So 100% I'm with
Yeah.
you. I guess the reason I say it so intensely is because of the worry that a lot of Marvel card collectors have with grading. And it makes total sense, the fear. There's
What's the
What's the
worry?
worry?
Help me understand the
Oh
worry.
my god. So this is okay. So this has been in the hobby for a while now. A lot of OGs, and a lot of people who have binders upon binders of sets and all this stuff. They did not. Again, it was like a time capsule for Marvel cards. We were not collecting the same way that everybody was evolving to collect, like in sports and Pokemon. It just was not happening. And then someone opened the lid and let everything in. And that, however many years ago when that started happening. So for Marvel card collectors, because Marvel card collectors are not like sports card collectors or TCG collectors, we collect on the basis of the art and the appeal of the card. Many people feel very attached to opening that binder and having that experience with the art, right? That no degree of separation for a lot of collectors is very vital to them.
What about a one touch?
But what?
What about a one touch?
I think a lot of people are binders. Like for Marvel OGs, they were major binder people. Like one touches is like, I was like one of the few people putting cards in one touches at one point.
I guess it's
But
interesting.
going into the, sorry, please.
No, well, it's just, I mean, I enjoy a good binder like anybody. I love sitting down
We
in
all
my
do.
binder. I love accidentally getting one card out of order and having to redo it. Like,
Oh, that's
I
great.
don't care. I'm all about it. You with me, Manu?
I never had that experience. I know I love binders. I love putting, but if I ever had that experience, I mean, my anxiety would explode. Like especially if I was on card 98
Yeah,
or something, I'd be like, oh no, because I want to handle them as little as possible. And those binders are dangerous. They are so dangerous.
They
oh
are.
my gosh!
But it's fun, but at the same time, like I have particular cards that I really love to have on a stand in my display to be able to enjoy and look at, and that's just done well in a case, whether it's a one touch or whether it's a greatest slab. And
there's definitely no argument.
Really
there.
enjoy that.
No, it's a great enjoyment for sure.
I don't know why I can't even relate to the idea of, I mean, it's just, and that is the fact. The fact is I can't relate. It's not about a why. It's not about who's right or wrong. My simple fact is I can't relate to the idea that putting it in a case separates me from the nostalgia that I love about it. I can't relate to that. I don't necessarily, I can't relate to that because I still look at it. I'm like, yeah, 94
Yeah, boy.
Well,
no,
and I get to say, and then I get to say, yeah, 10, baby. Like it's everything for me.
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, I am right there with you. I think I am right there with you. I'm 100% with you. I just know this.
I have a lot of respect for kind of the concern that, hey, well, you're taking it out of the binder population, so to speak.
There's a binder population. I like that. That's a good.
You know
phrase.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And binder population.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, think about it.
You can't,
like that's not going in a binder to complete a set now, in a sense. Like it can go to complete sets, but
and most
like you'd have to crack it and break it open and all that. But my point is saying that
are designed to be like in a poster on the back type of thing, like your 90, like 66 Don Russ,
like 66. But here, my struggle is when that person then says, "Well, you're the enemy if you grade cards."
No,
like,
that's wrong. There's no judgment here. That's the point. Like, there's no judgment either way. I am just simply, like you guys are stating, just acknowledging kind of the evolution of Marvel card collecting, because it really was, and people do say mean things and yada yada yada, but and that's I don't want to address those people because I don't give a crap about them anyway.
No,
but
let's address those people.
Who are nice.
Those people.
No, I want to talk about nice things. I don't want to talk about like all this like weird.
Well, speaking of nice things, we got some comments. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, let's start here. Aslan, sorry, it's a little southern in me.
He just said new pronunciation.
He just wants to. So how did you pronounce it again?
Azza. Just call him Azza. He and I had a conversation. Call him Azza.
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 Yep.
Gangster name.
He wanted us to acknowledge that. How you said it. Azza. Love it. Love you too, my friend from Australia. Indeed. And then From the bench says, no matter the grade, though, if you bring a slab Marvel card to a show, it starts a good conversation with non-comic card fans.
1000% fact. I've never
That's
even
a
been
good
to one
one.
of the recent shows, but I agree. I've
That's a
watched the
good one.
videos.
Yeah. Nod says, only scared to buy a fake one as a newbie in cards, prefer to get graded. So she feels like there's a hint of protection by buying a
I
slab
agree.
card.
And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So it's a good idea.
Well,
to do it.
yeah, it is going to get worse, right? Like people will start taking advantage of a market that heats up.
Yep.
And then we got to be careful.
They already are. It's bad.
Have you ever heard the word con comes from counterfeit? Like
right.
Con will eventually follow.
No. The word con comes from confidence.
We agree to disagree.
No, it does. A con man is a confidence
I
man.
get it, but a con artist comes like you're going to the root of the root.
Oh, this is great. You guys do this every time. This is awesome.
Well, yeah, because we're both that kind of personality. So let's do this.
Yeah.
So confidence man is a con man, and a counterfeit isn't necessarily his con. He could be conning you into all kinds of things, and a counterfeit might not even be part of his con.
Telling you, the con is the root of all of these words. So you can't have a con without a con artist. And to your point, you can't have a con artist unless someone's confident in the con. Like their ability to con you over or whatever.
Okay.
I just watched the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio like a week ago.
And it told me everything.
It didn't say anything about counterfeit in it, though.
It didn't. But my point is,
late 19th century.
You're going to have fakes. You're going to have fakes in Marvel cards at some point if you don't already.
Yep.
You just are. And you know, your hope is that a slab card can help protect you from this.
That's the big thing for me. That's what won me over. That's what's really winning me over is the authenticity, the being authentic. That's the thing that's really winning me over. Yeah.
Swami says, I'm a big graded card collection guy. Picked up the habit from Pokemon. We forgive you. Yeah. I do love playing with binders too. Sorry.
I love Pokemon, man. Dude, big news for Pokemon August 3rd.
It's tomorrow.
For Pokemon?
New game. Yeah, new game's coming out.
Really?
Yeah, wife and I are gonna watch it. We're excited.
Watch it or play it? I'm confused.
Watch it. Yeah. It's news. It's news for the new Pokemon being released, new gen.
You're gonna watch. I'm gonna get my updates from Don Diego's page. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's fun. Doomcar said yes, but card shows are mostly focused on transactions or trades, so graded cards make sense in that situation. It creates an ease of transferability. Yeah, it really does. No doubt about that.
And that transparency of condition, right?
Yeah, because value is correlated to condition. And so you can look up comps based on value, based on condition. So Swish Rip says, only recently started collecting Marvel cards this past year. Thanks, Spidey. I got you, brother. And the majority are in raw status, currently stockpiling, I guess, but certainly a future graded collection. So I like it.
Nice.
It's fun.
Binders was the case for the sports car collector forever too.
It was.
So, like, is he saying that that's the progression?
That's the progression. Yeah. I mean,
that's the progression. Yeah.
What we had in the 90s were, our one touches we didn't have one touches. We had screw downs, right?
Are the
screw down slabs. They're just
the worst.
Yeah. Terrible for cards.
We've damaged a lot of cards, right? But we just stare at them I didn't personally. I say we to not feel,
not
I was
out
like,
anybody.
I was like, hold on a second. I'm not putting my card in that.
There's like no space between that thick layer of acrylic.
What if you misplaced it, or what if it was too thick while you were screwing it down? Your edge is done.
I feel like vomiting. That's how much I hated that moment in card.
First of all, I would have given anything to have a card worthy of a screw down, and to be able to afford a screw down case. So that just didn't happen.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I had a little plastic box that had
Johnny Bravo.
That's what. Yeah.
I remember the plastic boxes.
And we had
with the little clip. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That's how we used to store our sets. Like we were gonna protect them. They had an inch of wobble room at the top and bottom.
Here they are.
But we did have penny sleeves and top loaders, though. We did have those, and those are pretty solid protection.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Swami says, I love my non-mint binders or dead TCG binders. What does that mean? But
So,
graded
like,
cards.
dead TCG, from my understanding, is basically when you have a deck that you built, but you no longer play with that deck, I'm assuming.
Oh, it does.
Maybe it does. But graded cards, that
Interesting.
is a fire chase. I really enjoy.
Is there
that.
a dead Marvel card of sorts?
No, because they're not. Well, I mean, you have versus system and overpower. If you made a deck,
Got you. Marvel cards will live forever. I agree with the with the grading. It's like a gamble bug for me, but it's also a way for me to gain value to eventually upgrade to other cards because I have more value in my hands. Yeah, I do actually have a lot of appreciation for building equity in your own collection through grading.
Deadpool Deeds pulled out a dictionary on us.
Oh, we're going
late 19th century.
Hold on, let's do the
the-
prefix
oh, go
con, which means with or thoroughly, appears in numerous English vocabulary words. For example, connected, conscious, consensus, and
Consensus.
conclude.
He just wanted to throw that out there.
You're just throwing wood into the fire, man. Coal onto the flame.
That explains nothing, but thanks.
It doesn't. It's just funny. It's just funny.
It's just
he's
great.
just like both of you guys. Here's what I got for you. I love it, Deadpool Deeds. That's funny. You went straight to you went to Webster for that one.
That's it. Our brains light up when we see something that we think is rare. I haven't completed 1990 set, but I enjoy the chase of the 10 sets as well. Man, yeah.
Who just
So true.
It was Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo on the PSA registry as a 1990 MU complete set of PSA.
Did he say this publicly?
Yeah.
Did he announce it then?
Yeah, it's on
You
his
sure?
Instagram
Because I don't
page.
want to be the a-hole who says anything.
Dude,
Well-
me and him don't have lunch together. I found out
We don't. He's in Hawaii. It'd be nice to have lunch with
That's
Johnny.
my
Oh, wait, no,
favorite thing
stop.
ever you've ever
Stop.
said.
Wait, no. Oh my gosh. Can we rewind this? Is there some way to delete?
No.
Can we need a cut? I don't know actually now because
It wasn't me.
Hey,
It wasn't me, Bravo.
Just
It
know
was
that
that guy.
we're gonna make a really big deal out of what Manu said at some point. So if you didn't
Later.
catch it,
I
We
want
will
to
catch
make a
it.
big deal of it right now, but okay, we'll make
It's
a big
gonna
deal of it
be-
later.
Let's just move on.
it's gonna be worthy of its own thing.
Ozza said it's public information, but he means the registry itself is. The announcement wasn't.
Maybe it was.
I like celebrating my friends. I'm sorry I don't keep the champagne bottled up. My apologies.
Just pop that
The
cork.
news like Gatsby over here.
Bottles out here. I'm sorry, guys.
Right.
You got glasses rolling
Hey,
out.
y'all remember the slogan? I hate Manu.
Oh gosh, stop. No.
No.
Johnny said it's all good. Johnny, thank you. I won't say a word, but I will celebrate once you announce it. Congrats again.
Well, and even if
now
he's
you get
ready to
double
announce it,
celebration.
I really want
Yeah.
to do something special.
Yeah, it's gonna be special. We're gonna
yeah,
beef
dude,
this up,
this
'cause
is
that's a
so
huge
special.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Whew, I couldn't believe it, dude. I could
No.
not believe it. My goodness. But if
Cards and
anyone was
Metals
going to
just-
do it, his collection surprises us every single day.
Yes. Yeah, it
Wow.
does. It really does. But you're absolutely right.
but he
Cards
didn't
and
just
Metal,
start
Ian
collecting.
Fisher,
He never stopped.
Yeah, you
No,
can
he's
tell.
never
He's
done he's laid
he's the
that
real
on.
deal when it comes to this stuff, man.
And look, no excuse. He's in Hawaii on an island in the middle of the Pacific.
He's
No
a gangster,
excuse.
dude. I
No
don't know
excuse.
how he does it. Like, it's stunning.
Wow.
Like I said, he's
My
literally
bad.
on an island. Cards and Metals just posted an IG video of a binder that holds regular top loaders. I
Yeah.
have one. I like it.
A
They're amazing.
binder
The
that holds
6-page one?
top loaders?
Mhm.
I thought
awesome.
the gentleman here that was mentioning it was saying it sarcastically as a joke. He said, I've had a hard time finding those binders. They sell out everywhere. I thought that was a joke.
No,
No,
not
it's
a
real.
joke at
They're
all.
awesome.
A
They're awesome,
top
yeah.
loader binder.
Yeah.
Swami's lost. I think he's lost about our definition of con.
Oh yeah, no,
course,
he
Swami.
got
Sorry,
lost while
buddy.
we were arguing over con.
Cardboard After Dark. How's it going?
What's up?
Sydney. He's already gone.
Sydney.
Good night.
Hey, Sydney.
Good night, Sid.
Buddy.
Oh, good night, my friend.
He's out. Good night, buddy.
Binders forever. Hey, dude. I mean, look, I got a binder sitting right here. I love binders.
Binders,
Binders
are dope.
are nice.
They're for the cards I'm not going to grade.
Binders are my version of a coffee table book. Just have a binder full of your favorite card set, you know?
I love that so much. That's actually I would love that. I would think that's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Yeah,
that's what they need to
actually.
be doing. Like they're printing
Oh, I
books
didn't
now.
see that binder, Justin. What's
Greatest
that one?
battles.
Did you make
That's
Yeah.
that?
official.
No, I
that's
won
official.
this on like Whatnot.
Cool, man. I didn't see that one. Yeah, that's not one of your convention pickups.
My
I said
convention.
convention.
We
I
need
did
to
it by
pronounce it like that
mistake,
for
but it was so
everything.
much there that I heard it, you heard it. It was so there. I did it by mistake though. That's
Yeah.
Great.
This is a lot of fun. But I really like. I like the binders, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't have all the parallels here, but this set is pretty underrated because of just.
Yo,
it's
I have
got-
a Marvel Masterpieces set
great
in
set.
a. Sorry,
No, you're
yes.
good. You're good. I'm
This
just gonna show. This is because that's.
is dope.
We're doing this backwards.
Still
Without dropping it. Don't drop it.
All right, I'm
Because-
gonna start up some controversy. Oh, there's my cards. There's my cards.
Yeah.
Where's
That's
the
a great
gold one?
I don't have it. It's very expensive if you can find it.
Is it? How much do you think it hits for if you just?
I mean,
find
it's
it raw?
numbered to 75 gold.
It is.
Yeah,
Is the
me to
red
get a while.
numbered?
the red's not
The
numbered.
red's
the red's
an
base parallel.
exclusive. Yeah.
No,
Well,
Norrin,
it's
you
an
have the
archive
gold.
parallel.
Archive
You have the
parallel.
gold
Sorry.
Venom.
Right.
Does
Norrin,
Norn
you
have the gold Venom? I don't think so.
I have the gold Surfer, which took me
Makes sense.
a
Makes sense.
stupid amount of time to find.
But I mean, that's Todd McFarlane art on
Yeah.
a card.
And one of the most iconic images too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, so this is gonna be controversial.
Okay.
This is obviously a binder. It's not a fancy binder. It just has one set of cards in it, right? But
Okay.
this set, I'm trying to remember what this
By the way,
was.
binders damage cards. So there you
Yes,
go,
they
binder
do.
guys.
Yeah,
They
binders
do.
are
I
bad
hate
for
binders
cards.
for that
Yeah.
reason.
So this set, I'm probably
Binders
someone's
forever.
gonna be
Oh,
mad at me.
cardboard.
What is this? 2008 Marvel Masterpieces. This set is terrible, guys.
Aw, don't say that.
I said it already. Someone put this
Wait,
thing
what
on the
is it?
screen and let's.
Hold on,
2008
I'm-
Marvel Masterpieces.
Well, those are
Yeah.
the inserts.
These are inserts.
Well, okay. Have you seen the 2007 ones?
No, I'm afraid to. If they look anything like
Dude,
this
are you
isn't
saying?
Have you
Look
seen
at
the
that
gold
Dark
borders?
Phoenix. Look at the Dark Phoenix. The bottom right. It's a dope card.
I mean, there are a few. No, I'm not saying every single card is terrible. I'm saying this is not a master. This is not what I left collecting in the 90s and then came back, and I came back to find this as a masterpieces
Oh
set.
yeah, that's when they stopped doing original and then they went straight
yeah,
back.
they went to comic art for a
Because they
little
done
while,
did
so you
mess
got to
up.
give them some. Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, okay. That's all. I was like, you should not have used that name for this. This is some Target exclusive. Grab it next to the Slurpee. Like this is terrible.
So there is something special about that set that you have to
Is it?
understand about. Yeah, there is something actually really special. Like in all seriousness.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Okay, shoot.
So that set,
Educate me.
Educate
that
me.
set. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the
Can you? Hey,
Kind of a
Norn,
double-edged sword.
Norn.
Yes.
Can you convince him real quick?
I will try.
I want to be.
I will try. I don't think there's any convincing because the specialness of the set.
Smells so
really-
good when you go through a binder of cards. It's just like, oh,
Where are you?
Hey, in sketch before you get going on 2007 and 8 Marvel Masterpiece. So there was a point last year where I pulled out one of my binders, which I have quite a few actually, and they were like, "Wait a minute, you have like full sets?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, you need to tell people you have full sets because there are people talking about how you don't collect full sets and you only collect
Yeah.
individual cards. I'm like, who cares? Like,
yeah,
why
that's
is it
true too.
anybody's-
Who cares? First
like-
of all,
Why is this even a conversation? Like,
I'm just surprised someone would assume you didn't have sets. As many boxes as you rip, you ended up with
Like-
sets involuntarily.
I don't
Well,
know
you
if
had
you
sets
noticed,
beforehand,
but
too.
binders are not easy to put on camera, and they don't really play
Yeah.
well on camera. It's okay, but it's not great. But it's like those are for
No.
me, not you. I share the box openings because that's actually a unique experience for the most part.
And there's
But-
only
Yeah.
one Venom card in here. I took it out because I'm gonna grade it.
Sorry, I've been
it's
holding
tough.
that one in
No.
for a while.
No,
No,
that's
no.
a good one. That was a good one.
You're
to-
the
to
right.
let
It's the
out.
right way. I think it's really hard for people to. I just think that people need to understand that when you spend every waking hour of every day talking about something, you can't fake that. You know what I mean? And I think I think people take some time to understand that, which is,
I hear what
sad,
you're
but
saying.
it's the nature
Yeah.
of the obvious of the thing.
Mhm.
Awful. But
What are you about
so
to show?
Manu, this is a
Oh,
gorgeous
he
card,
got
no?
it.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
that's quite different from what I have. That looks amazing.
Because what you have, so Marvel Masterpiece went around 3 sets, set 1, 2, and 3, and it went from 07 to 08.
Okay.
So some of the 08 set looks that way because they're mostly inserts. So you have something like a battle set, right? Or you have anything that's written in that little gold foiling there. You see that?
Okay.
So it
Yeah,
says
this is the
08 on the
08.
back. Yeah. So
It
08
says
doesn't look super.
bring on the bad guys.
There you go. Bring
Marvel
on the Bad Guys was an insert set for that as
masterpiece.
well. And I think they're divided over 9 pages. So there's 9, like each 9 page has a different theme, I think, Manu. Maybe it's 18. I don't remember
I think
exactly.
there's a theme, you're right, because I could see to the next one it's
You
battles.
see that
and
pattern? Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Something's going on. Okay. But it's not value. I mean, that's the secondary question. But just looking at the card, I'm just like, there's no way these have any value. So these are going to stay in this binder.
Yeah, so I think there are some beautiful cards from that. But it's kind of like, it's funny for like me, I'm not a huge fan of the Flare set
Which one?
because of the one you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I love the boxes. I love the cards that came out of there. I remember that whole experience, but I was not happy with that redrawing of images. Like, not at all. Like, that
Wait,
upset me
which?
more
Oh,
than the
Flare.
set you
Sorry.
have.
Yeah.
Flare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flare.
Flare.
I love the
Yeah.
Power Blast because it was original art, but
Yeah. There was no Hollow
at least I
Blast
think
in that
so.
Flare in 94 Flare.
Power Blast, I think, is Power
And
Blast.
that's reused too, because the Spider-Man was a McFarlane Spidey. Just
We
taken
think
from
it
somewhere
is.
else.
We've had a hard time finding the image that
Yeah,
comes
I don't-
from.
Maybe it's original then, because I don't know where that Venom image comes from, and that's my favorite
Or
card
the
ever.
Dark
One of 'em.
Phoenix. The Dark
I
Phoenix
think
is amazing.
this is original too.
So maybe that insert set is dude. That makes that Spider-Man card super awesome. And there's a
Yeah.
PSA 10 on eBay right now. So
Mm.
oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so Norin, I want to say something. So
Oh, Day and Day Sports says there are binders that hold PSA graded cards. So boom.
dang, that's
Best of
amazing.
both worlds.
Naj said, Norin, don't offend Manu. You don't like that set. Okay, no, but here's Naj, that's different. Never mind. And so the thing is that set for me is extremely special for a bunch of reasons. One of them is because it's associated with my memory as a child. And as a child, you're not hypercritical about reuse art. What you're responding to more, your senses are responding to the fact that it was thick, it was glossy, there were cardboard boxes, it was amazing. It was like the most premium thing ever. And then, but you're right, because as a critical eye, I have oftentimes looked at that Lethal Protector card, which I have both from the Mexico Pepsi set in a PSA 10 and in the other card in a PSA 10. And I have my raw cards from the youth. I had that box as a Christmas gift. So I remember opening that and everything.
Wow.
But as a critical eye, as I evolved to become, I look at those and I think the same way. The over digitized imitation is actually less charming and appealing than the original. I mean, and so I do agree with you there. But I still think it's an incredible.
No. I
special
mean,
set.
I remember holding those boxes, and they were so great the way they opened, the different images, the like blue and red, the Venom that was on there, and then other characters. Like for me, one of my favorite cards. It's funny. So, for instance, right, for like Marvel Metal.
Yes.
Right. So, like for this card specifically, this is part of an 18 card set that is done by one artist. And they all have very similar things to them, but they all have that CG drawing on them as well. You know what I mean? So I love this surfer way more than the base surfer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you.
It's just different opinions.
But here's the thing, I guess this depends on your relationship to the card, because the 94 Flare, there's the gold.
I'm going to look at this card number 77 that Swish is talking about. He said it's one of his favorite cards ever in the set.
Yeah,
Let's
pull it
see.
up. But
Yeah, let's
so for
try.
me, I didn't know that a lot of that was comic book art. I just didn't have
Yeah,
the
as a kid, we didn't
visibility of
know.
those kids.
Yeah.
You
My
didn't know.
first
I didn't
time
know.
experiencing the art on a lot of those cards was with the cards.
Yeah.
And it was and to the point, it's like when like to the Venom Vengeance cover. When I saw that cover for the first time, I went, "Oh, that's the art that's on the card."
Right.
Not
I get
this
that.
card is on the comic.
Yeah.
No, I get
And
that.
Yeah.
I get that.
I think that's actually the experience for a lot of people, a lot of
Absolutely.
kids from that era.
For majority
sure.
of comic book art, when I saw the card sets come out, I didn't have it related to a cover. I thought this is the art for me. This is where I see it. This is where it is.
I love how
know,
Naj goes to sleep and wakes up and goes, "Hey, my favorite is 1966 officially." Boom. She had a dream about it.
It's
funny.
a great set. It's a really
All
great
right.
set. You should, yeah.
He said card number 77. Card number 77 for me is a Electro mugshot.
Oh, the mugshots are fun. So there are 3 of every Spider-Man villain mugshot, 2 profiles and a front forward facing. I love that little subset. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is that. Yeah.
It's cool. It's a really cool. One's colored, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Of
Oh
the
yeah,
2008?
two. Sorry.
2008. These ones are, yeah.
Shayna is one of my all-time favorites. Like,
oh, Shayna's a great character. Damn. Shayna's a great character. There's a huge Shayna sketch card collector I know. The sketches he has of her, I've never seen anything better. It's insane.
I'm gonna go with Shauna.
Shauna.
And what am I saying?
Shauna's right.
Shayna?
It's
Like an idiot? Shauna.
Well, it's because
It's
I was reading. I was like, Shauna is Shauna.
No. I'm terrible with names. My
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna pull it up, Swish. I want to see it.
What is 2008 Marvel Masterpieces?
Yeah, but he says his masterpieces too, so I guess there's differences in that way.
Because there's a 2016 Joe Jusko one that's incredible.
That's a beautiful one.
I think I found the one he's talking about.
Oh, I found it. Wow, that's that.
That's a crazy card.
Manu
I'll
needs
show
a
it.
minute.
I'll show it. This is
Is not what I was expecting.
me neither.
Especially like Shauna's drawn like a cartoon character. Like it's very playful. It's very like look at the teeth, look at the face. It's very playful. I do like that there's a dinosaur. I mean, I like the card. I think it's a sick
Yeah, at the
card. It's
bottom,
not what I
she's-
expected.
She definitely took out that dinosaur.
I forget
Yeah,
who
she
the
took the
artist is
dinosaur
for
out.
that.
I love the sky. I love the color. I like how they did. Yeah, it's a good card.
Phil Cond.
What I like about
What?
I'm just-
You. Swish, it's a sick card. It's just not what I was expecting.
Let's see.
Switch
Dimple
off
D's.
now.
There's a
Now
number Marvel Slack channel at my work. None of them collect cards. I want to send them cards of their favorite characters. What cards would you send people to encourage collecting?
Oh,
Yeah,
good question.
that's a good question.
Damn,
Ooh, so read it again. I missed it. I was right.
that was a good one.
He says there's a Marvel Slack channel at my work. None of them collect cards. I want to send them cards of their favorite characters. What cards would you send people to encourage collecting? Yeah. I mean, are they Spider-Man
good
fans,
answers to
Wolverine
this, yeah.
fans? Are they Deadpool fans?
I would
What
do
are
some
they
classic
into?
90s. I would find out their characters,
Mhm.
and then I would see if there's any inserts in the 90s. Suspended animation, holograms,
Mhm.
power blast, hollow flash. Like I would go straight to those cool inserts if you want them to get the bug.
I like what
That's
Doom said.
straight up.
92 Jim Lee if they're X-Men fans for
Oh,
sure.
straight up, without a doubt.
94, 95 Spider-Man, either one of those sets are great. Yeah, 90s inserts, that's a good one. Yeah, I guess if you were able to tell us who their particular characters were, we might could get even more specific, but
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with the 90s. That way,
90s.
if they get the bug, they can actually go online and find the cards at a decent price.
You can enjoy the cards.
Yeah,
don't show them a
send them a
2016
PNG.
Juiceco or any Fleer Retro.
Yeah, they'll go straight to a low numbered card.
They'll find out where you live.
Send them vibranium.
Oh,
Yes.
burn.
Send them good vibes.
Damn.
Some good
Damn.
vibes.
That's hardcore. That's hard.
Yeah, 92 Marvel Masterpieces. That's another great one to send.
Yeah.
I like the
Heck
idea of
yeah.
the 90s Marvel Masterpieces because you can go, hey, did you know that your favorite character has original art on a trading card from the 90s? Have you seen this
Yeah.
art? Have you seen this art? Have you seen this art? That's pretty cool.
Did you?
93
Was it
really whooped me in.
which box was it? 90. Yeah. I mean, I love all the masterpieces. Which one
I
was
love
it that you? So that really happened, huh, Justin?
That was not a joke. Like, so here, let me tell you the whole story. So I realized that there was just no way I was going to be able to pull off a Saturday morning Marvel Cards episode while driving to Dallas. My wife let me know that we were going to leave at 7 a.m. I wasn't going to get up at 5:30 a.m. and try to do it live, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and rip this box of Marvel Masterpieces, and do it on camera and then just post it as pre-recorded. So in doing so, I wanted to use this camera that I used to go live to do it. And where normally anything I do that's edited or recorded is on my phone. And so I had to change my setup and do it to record from here. And then I was going to put that video that I did with this camera onto into like a Dropbox and then edit it on my phone. That was the whole plan. So I spin all the cameras around, which when I break, I'm facing this direction. So I turn around, look over my shoulder, hit the record button, turn around, open the whole box, go through it, and then turn around to stop the recording and realize that the record button actually had never pressed. In fact, actually what really happened is I actually hit the record button when I thought I was stopping it and realized I hadn't recorded. In fact, I actually think I can pull up that video. Let me see. Because
that video
I've done
right
that.
next to the guy that just opened the $15,000 card box, side by side reactions.
Yeah, because exactly right. Yeah. So hold on, I actually have it here. Wait, let me show you. So let's see. Is it here? Share. This is me discovering that. See the title?
No.
Saturday morning Marvel card break.
How about that?
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
I just opened this entire box of
yeah,
Marvel cards.
Oh,
I'm like looking at the cards.
And
I'm
I
like,
was not
you gotta be
recording.
kidding me. And then
Oh, you
Somehow.
poor guy.
Somehow I was not.
I love the way you
Oh,
look
beautiful
towards
card, though.
the cards and back of the camera.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
And those are
Dang.
beautiful. You
Yeah,
guys
aren't
can-
those really nice?
That's really nice.
And I was like, well,
Oh, and then you just threw the Spectra. It's just tumbling off of piles. You don't care
That's it.
anymore.
I was so sad.
Heartbroken.
So I've had this box for months now. And even then I had been waiting for, I wanted to either get a really good price on this box or actually buy it in person because these brick so badly, or can brick so badly. And so I was able to buy that box in person at a decent price. And so I've been saving it. Like I've been waiting because I have not actually ever opened up a full box of 1992 Marvel Masterpieces. I've opened up some packs here and there, but never actually tore into a box. And so like this is actually, other than some Weiss Schwartz, this is actually the last box that I have right now to rip. Like I don't have another box of anything.
Not at the end. At the end of August, you'll have plenty.
Yeah. And so obviously I had paced myself and timed myself for the release of some new upper deck product, which just hasn't happened yet. And that's fine. But with all that being said, I was like, oh, when I didn't hit record, I was like, I'm just going to throw up a video and say, hey, I'm making mistakes, but you still got to be marvelous.
Yeah, you turned
I
it into
loved
great
it.
content. Yeah.
I laughed.
And
I
you've
thought
been-
it was great, man. You poor
You've
guy.
been pulling our legs so much lately. I didn't know if you were
You didn't know
being
if it
a
was real?
confident man or
I was conning you there. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I love it.
But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it was a sad moment there for a minute. But you know what? I got to enjoy the cards. I got to open it. Like I still had that experience, and I'm thankful for that. And yeah, I pulled
you
this.
got the Spectra. Oh,
I
that was
see.
nice. Yeah.
That's Norton's Cup of tea.
Gorgeous card.
See if I can get it to focus
Gorgeous
here.
card.
Gorgeous
Come
card
on.
indeed.
go.
What an incredible card.
I found
How many are in the Spectre set for that year? 6?
5?
Yeah,
Five?
Wolverine
Maybe
and
6.
Wolverine and Sabretooth, Hulk and Thing, Surfer and
Spidey and Venom.
Thanos, Spider-Man and Venom. There's one more. There's 5. Isn't there 5? No, there's not.
There's 5.
Yeah, who's the 5th one?
I'm pretty sure there's 5. I don't
Man,
know.
I want that Spectre, Venom, Spidey, Juiceco in a 10 would just I need that so bad. I don't know what that's gonna cost me, but I want it so bad.
They haven't been crazy. I'm able to get a Thanos and Surfer for some time now. It's just not my favorite card, so I haven't pulled the trigger.
I
A
like
PSA
it.
10?
Yeah.
So the story with
are
this
you-
card. Oh, sorry.
No, I
the
was just gonna ask if sorry. No, you go. I'm holding my thought. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, bud.
Yeah,
The
no
story with this card is that Juiceco actually drew it with Spider-Man's back to the viewer of the card, and was it Skybox? Skybox made him spin Spidey around so they could show Spidey's face.
It's actually a smart
Really?
move. Yeah. It's
Yep.
actually a good edit. It's a great edit. The card looks wonderful. I've seen it both ways. I like it. I like Spider-Man facing the
I
audience.
want to see the original. I'll check that out at some point.
Cardboard After Dark, Team Rip. ABR always be ripping. Team Seals are cowards.
Coward. Right here.
He said it. I didn't say it.
Coward. This guy.
They may be smarter. Yeah, they may be richer. Whatever.
They might be
That's all.
smarter, maybe richer, but
Yeah,
they're cowards.
I want to do a group consultation real quick.
Love
Let's all be advisors on this. 1994 Marvel Universe Flare Power Blast Spider-Man, the McFarlane Spider-Man PSA 10 Pop 3 is on eBay. There's not even a make an offer. It's $2,125. Buy it now.
Can I see a picture?
Justin, that's on you, please. Thank you.
I just open up the image of the card. You don't have to show the image.
I was
Number.
trying to digest that price. Give me 1994.
Yeah,
Flare.
1994 Flare Spider-Man Power Blast. Yeah. Man, that is original art because I've never seen that Spidey on anywhere else. It's
I'm telling you, I
McFarlane.
just went through the
Buddy.
search. For
Maybe I
this.
can ask a friend. See if he knows.
So but 2000 is a little. I mean, I can see somebody paying $2,000 for it. I honestly can.
Wow,
just
somebody
can't
wants
get myself to do it.
$750 for a PSA 9. Goodness gracious.
I mean, I hope someone buys it.
People
I mean,
are
I think it's
spending the
dope.
money, man.
I can't do the $2,000 though, but I want it. I would sell it. If I was selling this card, honestly, I would have it priced the same way he's priced, but I would do it or best offer, and I'd probably take anything over $1,500 is how I would personally be comfortable playing it, or I would just hold it for a long time. But he seems confident in that price. I think he could get it, man. I don't think 2,000 sounds crazy for that card, actually. It's a Pop 3. It's amazing. We just haven't realized how amazing they are yet. That's probably undervalued compared to what it
I haven't
should
seen it.
Justin will pull it up in a
It.
sec.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It wasn't
It's fine.
coming up in a Google search.
Take your time. There's no rush. I just said that in terms of like I'm just not sure if I don't know, man. Like, oh God,
Feels expensive to me.
I'm not. Yeah.
Here's what else. It is a tough grade. Okay, we know that gloss
Super. No,
gets
no.
foggy.
Yeah, the price is not like way off. It's not like it's a crazy town price.
Well, I mean, the reason I say that is, I just pulled a bunch of 9s from this set, and
Yeah.
I'm not a grader. The boxes are still out there, so it just tells me that a 10 is
Difficult.
It's difficult, but it is possible.
It is possible. I own Power Blast 10s, but the ones that I submitted for grading came back a 9. So yeah.
So I'm tired of getting screwed over. So this is not looking too bad for me.
So I'm just gonna buy it. But I will be honest. Like this price, what I paid for my Venom Power Blast 10 is nowhere near this price. But I also bought it at a different time in the market. I don't know.
It's got one watch in the last 24 hours. Do you find that telling?
Yeah, because it's basically Manu and you.
No, I became its watcher like a few days ago when it popped up. That means it hasn't gotten a bunch of watchers. How many watchers are on it? Where do we see that? Oh, it only has 6 watchers. That's not a lot.
And only one in the last 24 hours, so it's not getting a lot of traction.
It's not getting a lot of action. Yeah, it's expensive.
I mean,
it's expensive.
I don't know.
Hey, you guys
I'm-
want me to bring
yeah.
up something controversial? Nah, I won't do that to you.
I would love
I'm
to.
down.
I'd love it. Oh, I found something for you.
Did it
Is
just
that
get
still up?
extremely dark in
You
here?
got a surfer?
Where, like, did not you,
In
Manu?
this room? Huh? Yeah. What do you got for me?
I was going to
Is
show
the
you.
light
Hold on.
lower? Is that what you said?
Well, one light went out and then I turned it back on,
Oh.
but now everything feels dark. I don't know what
I
happened.
was worried there was like a storm outside your
There's
window. I
a
was like,
there's
shoot,
a
be
PSA 10.
careful.
Can you take that off the screen, please?
Everybody, take a look.
Take a look, everybody.
Here,
What a
let me tell
beautiful
everybody
card.
the story about this card. So this particular card, it's been listed for like 2 months now.
Pop
And
one.
and it's a pop one. And I don't know if the seller of this card is a watcher of the channel. I don't mean to be offensive to the seller of this card, but this seller has
Elite
dragged
Resale
this
Shop
card.
does not watch our channel. I can almost
Okay, well,
guarantee
he
that.
has dragged this card through the mud. Let me tell you. He first listed it at something like 1,500 or best offer.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell. He didn't wait patiently. 3 days later, it's like 750 or best offer. Then it's
Okay.
at like an auction, and then he pulls the auction because no one put a bid on it, right? Like probably like $9.99 starting bid. Then it doesn't go. Then it's at $400 a best offer. Then it's an auction starting at $149. No one bids on it. I fell asleep. I would have bid it. I would have bought it for $149. I just forgot
Right.
about it. Right. So then it doesn't go. So then it pops back up at $249 starting auction. Then it doesn't go. And then it's $500 again. Then it doesn't go. And now here it is at $245. I sent him a message yesterday. I said, listen, bud, you want $125? I'll take it. He didn't respond. Like, how long are you going to waste your time?
Wow. That's crazy. Just
But
sell it and move on.
$245 is a buy, guys. I didn't buy it, but like that's a steal for that card. Like someone should. I
will say those cards in particular, and I'm not trying. I don't know the eBay person at all, and I only know this from a surfer angle. That set in particular has horrible chipping on that foil border.
It's got foil at the edge. You know,
it's bad. Like it's bad. I've never seen a good surfer, and I've come across at least 10 or 20 copies of the red and the silver, and I've only seen 2 golds, and both are jacked. So I don't know if that's the price for it to pop one, but I don't know. I would like that card better in red.
I just bought it. Did
you really?
I just bought it. Yeah, I just bought it. I would have been bummed if someone else bought it, and plus he sent me an offer for $200. It's mine now. I bought it.
Sorry, he sent you an offer for 200.
Yeah, I bought it.
Good for you.
Good. That's an easy price. 200 is nothing for that card.
It is. I was just being stubborn because he had it at 149 a week ago.
Yeah,
like I was just like, just give it to me for 125.
That image is so iconic, dude. Like especially with the silver border, like that's a beautiful looking card.
Yeah. Well, that was fun actually. I like that.
I like it when you buy stuff live on camera.
I actually made an offer on something.
You know, if I didn't buy it, that would have been gone before this show was over. You know that.
You can't mention stuff like this, man. You guys haven't learned yet. I'm not saying a word.
Nothing.
And what if he does watch the channel and now he's gonna spit in my package?
Buy your stuff before we go live. That's the lesson.
No, I wouldn't have bought it if you didn't do that. So that's what it took for me to buy it. I appreciate it. That lit a fire.
You're welcome. I honestly didn't think that you were. I didn't think
my all-in cost, guys, is $218.50. It is officially for sale for $325.
Done.
Plus,
that's my holding price. It's no more up and down. It's $320 forever.
So Doom says 1994 flare grades well, and I think
that's good to know.
But because of the cellophane that the boxes, like the cards come in, the Power Blast is always the first card. It does get that fog all over it, and
the fog,
the way you get that off impacts the grades. I think, like I wonder if mine, because I took a cloth to try to get the fog off, and I wonder if they would have been 10s if maybe now the surfaces are scratched and I don't know it. But who knows?
All that stuff is so scary, man.
Do you know the fog that I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I've submitted 94 flares, Power Blast, and base for grading, and it's like you could breathe on it and it basically move the fog around rather than wipe the fog off.
Yeah.
Now the fog is a mountain of fog in this corner.
Yeah.
And you try to get it off the card. You try to, it's challenging. But I actually did grade some 10s out of that set after hot breathing the fog off. So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
awesome.
Why did I
Yeah.
not send a Spider-Man? Why not send Wolverine, Venom, and Dark Phoenix?
Oh,
Did I
you're
not?
talking
Maybe you
about
didn't
the
have
Power
clean
Blast, you
copies.
mean?
Maybe I didn't pull one. I was
Hey,
thinking
what
about
is
probably
it.
this?
didn't
What
pull
is
it.
this best adult dating site that just made it into our chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
guys.
so sorry,
Didn't
guys.
think they knew I
Let
was
me-
here.
Damn. It took it from
Justin,
me.
you
Sorry.
gotta use the other computer for that stuff,
Yeah.
man.
No, don't do it on this one. I think this means we're legit. Like we're a real streaming channel now.
The energy's so good. People are just like, damn,
Gotta
let's
block 'em.
get it on.
Marvelous Fact says he was so frustrated with the ADHD seller. Yeah, I was, man, because it was like disrespecting the card. Like I'm watching it, and it's like I can't sell it. I'm gonna make it $50. Oh, I didn't sell it in 5 minutes. It's 2,000 now. Like what a frantic way to try to sell a card.
J Cal with the comment of the night. This is a good conversation.
Love it.
Congratulations. No,
Nice.
J Cal, that's
Very
a good
good.
one. Oh, Andrew's in here. Ooh,
Andrew,
now we're
what's up?
talking. Yeah, what's up? Oh, he's saying that because of the best adult dating site.
Oh gosh.
I don't know actually, but thanks, Marvelous. I appreciate that. Thank you. And you
Nope.
know what? I had been mulling it over for weeks and weeks. For some reason, never did it. And because the pressure was put on me today, I'm glad it happened. That's awesome. Thank you.
It's a beautiful card, man. Like that image is very iconic.
Mhm.
The image is super iconic. I'm not a huge fan of the foiling on that card. Not a huge fan.
Oh, really?
You would rather
Yeah.
the art be a full card?
Yeah, it just seems a little cheesy. Let me put a silver border on this 316 image, and that's all.
It's Captain America and Red Skull for the Battle Spectra. That's what.
There we
it-
go.
Now, boom! That visual popped up right away
Yeah.
when she said
Yeah,
it.
it just hit me too. Because I was checking my eBay because Manu's got me thinking about cards, and I'm so mad at him.
Yes.
So
Oh, hey, I need your opinion on something. I'm gonna show y'all my ComC.
yeah.
I got a ComC video coming.
Ew.
It's a how to buy Marvel cards on ComC. So
Oh, I'm gonna
But-
need to watch that because I've never engaged with.
This is
Comc.
one of my favorite Spider-Man cards. It is
Which one?
just so good.
Wait,
I
he
don't
said
get people. The 93.
which one? It's
93
a,
mm.
see, here. I'll tell you my take on that card. I just don't. What are those big insect legs behind them? Like what?
That's a
Spider leg.
spider. That's a spider.
It's a weird
leg.
card to me. It's not my favorite.
I don't like
It's
it. either.
awesome.
I don't
It's
like it.
freaking awesome.
It's weird.
It's
Andrew
dope.
said, I literally just saw that sell on eBay watch list, the 316 Spectra 10. Which 316 Spectra?
Like Battle Spectra.
You mean the card that I just bought? That wasn't a Spectra. He's scaring me because I'm like, what's the Spectra 10? I want to see the 316 Spectra.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably it's probably the one that I just grabbed. That's awesome, Andrew. You're plugged in. You were watching that card too? Dope.
Plugged
Yeah,
in.
that's the one. He just saw it leave his watch list after I bought it. I
Oh,
love that.
that's
Andrew.
hilarious.
I absolutely love that. That's dope,
funny.
dude. That's
Okay.
sick.
So you all know that I'm into the buybacks.
They're
And
dope.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I bought my first buyback.
What'd you buy?
I bought Carnage. It's a base card from a 90s Spider-Man set. It's Carnage in San Francisco. And
Yes.
and I just bought it on
yeah.
eBay. It's a raw card. It's not graded. I paid like $50. Don't know if that's good or bad. It's out of 30. I said, my first buyback, Carnage in San Francisco. How could I not?
How could you not? You're from San.
Cool.
You're literally in San
Yeah,
Francisco.
yeah.
So,
You're in it, man.
but I mean,
Very
yeah,
meta.
I mean, we love 90s.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And this is a 90s card that's made into an insert with hard numbering. Like to your point, yours is out of 30.
Yeah.
I think if you can get them in high grade, it's important. But I went through and I just let me show you my dashboard. I went through and I just bought a bunch of Spider-Man buybacks.
Oh, you got the Venom. That's a great card.
I mean,
Always
guys,
been a good card.
Oh, I just saw
Always
that on
been a
eBay. You
card.
just bought that.
it's out of
Always
30.
been a
Look at
card.
this image.
Yeah,
Always a
I
good
just
card.
saw that. Cool.
I got it for
very
$85.
nice. Sweet.
Yeah, how
bro.
much?
I like it.
85.
That's killer.
This
That
is a
just
great.
came onto eBay yesterday.
I just
That was
bought
a
it.
good price.
24 of 30. This is
That's
a Ray Lago
iconic.
art.
Yeah, Ray Largo.
I
love
got it
Ray
for
Largo.
$85.
Good price.
Cosmic Spider-Man
Sick.
out of 30. I mean, it's like to me, this is just crazy to think about. And what an
How
out of
much did you pay
50
for this one?
PMG, I'll tell you in a second, how much an out of 50 PMG of Spider-Man sells for. And to me, like, this is an order card that's numbered. I know it's not a PMG. I'm not saying it's a PMG, but it's still out of 30. I love it.
I made a video a long time ago on
Mhm.
buybacks. I think it's on YouTube. I forgot what date I
Ooh,
made it.
you need to watch it. $92 what I paid, by the way.
Oh,
That
for the
is-
Spidey Lizard one?
Yep.
Dude, under $100 for a card out of 30 with
A
iconic
Spider-Man out of 30. And remember, these are original art if you're into that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
They are.
Oh, that's way original art. It's claymation.
Way
This is claymation. Well, I'm
Yeah.
talking about even these, you know.
Yeah.
But I paid $45 for that one. But I got more than one. So here's
That's
the Peter Parker,
cool.
10 of
That's
29,
cool.
not even
I
30.
like it.
I got it for
Love it.
$92. I love this one. It's 2 Spider-Mans in one.
Heck yeah, it is.
And again, out of 30, I got that for $95. I got another symbiote suit, alien costume, as they call it here, out of 30. So I got 2 of those now. I got it for $40. I got this one just because it was available for $26. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I bought 9 buybacks.
Nice.
I made a video a year ago, May
Mhm.
19th, 2021 on buybacks. Because
Really?
yeah, a year ago on this. Because what I said in the video was this. I was like, when grading becomes bigger on Marvel cards and
Mhm.
people are looking to grade 10s and 9s of classic Marvel cards, they're going to be kicking themselves. They didn't pick up these buybacks that were under $50, under $60 buybacks
Yeah.
in terms of how much they were costing. Because these are those original cards with a stamp and hard numbered. You can't tell me that getting an 8 in that is not going to cost less than a 10 for the original set.
I agree. I mean, like this storm.
Fuck,
Look at this storm.
Sick.
Language.
Sick. I know.
Amazing.
So sorry.
Wait, what was the bad word? I like bad words. Which one was it? I missed it.
Really,
It was a good one. He made
Really,
it count.
Cap? I was like, if I'm going to break the rule, it's
He
going to
was
go
like,
crazy.
I'm gonna go all the way. But you know, this is out of 20. This is a Boris storm.
It's incredible.
One of my favorite cards is a Lilandra from that
Yes.
set, and it's by Julie Bell. I love that card.
But this
I
is
have
from
it. I have the
1995. And
That's 95.
not that some people might unsubscribe because of what I'm about to say, and that's fine. You know, that's part of it.
They're
But
already gone from me cussing.
well, and I'm saying this because, like, in the Marvel card news, I mentioned Gary V because I think him tweeting about Marvel cards at the National is actually really big news for Marvel cards, good
I
or
wanted
bad.
to talk to you about that. Yeah.
Good or bad. It doesn't just because it's news doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's good news to me, but I guess I could understand a reasonable argument from both sides.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have a position by saying, "Hey, he tweeted about Marvel cards."
No, you're
And
reporting the news.
I'm reporting what I think you want to know, and I think even the people that don't like it want to know it. You know
It
what I
would
mean?
not be. It would not be the news if you pick. Well, I guess it is the news because that's how news works. But
It's
it
not
would
the news
be-
until I report it. No, I'm kidding.
No. What I'm saying is like I was making fun of like our broadcast news networks.
Yes.
They basically but for your purposes, for you serving our purposes, it's to inform us of everything, not just what you want to tell us or what you
Right.
believe. It's the news, man.
I don't want to have this thing where only certain people get to know.
Nah, but let's.
But I'm bringing up the tweet, and I do want to get back to that.
Okay.
But here's the thing: he mentioned in his tweet that he only was interested don't bring
Pre-90
him
or
anything else.
pre-95.
95 or below. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's right about anything, but let's just use that as context for this card. This card is 1995. It's numbered to 20. It's original art. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
to me. Oh wait, now the price is $900. Was it $900 when I clicked on it?
Wait, didn't you buy it? Isn't this your car?
No, the storm is not mine. That's insane that they want 900. But look at this one.
I'm glad I don't go on CompC. I wouldn't have any money if I saw this page.
Look at this Wolverine.
That's
Yeah,
the same
that's
Wolverine,
incredible.
I think, on the binder.
That's the
this is
binder
the box
face.
art. Yeah.
Box art. Yeah.
7 of
guys,
20.
did they ever do buybacks for 1994 Marvel Universe, because
No.
that's one of the coolest. It's one of my favorite sets. When I see that
It's a great
weird
set.
marbled border on one side, how
Mhm.
playfully everything was animated,
Not
almost
yet.
like graffiti style. A lot of
Yeah.
Not
things.
yet. I love what he just said. Not yet.
Not yet.
Look at this
Oh,
Iron Man. If you're an
that's
Iron
my
Man collector,
set.
how do you not
And you
have
know-
this?
That's a great Iron Man. And you know what's crazy about that set, Manu?
Mhm.
Is that the original art is the 9 pages because they're all puzzles.
For real? For 94 Marvel Universe?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong set. Is that the one with the triangle on the bottom and the weird graphic lines?
No.
I'm
You'll
thinking of the
know it
wrong
when you
set.
see a card from it. It's the one that along one side of it, it has like a marbled graphic, a marbled bar, and the character name is on a marbled bar along one side of it. Like if you pull
Oh,
up the
yeah. I know that set. That's a great set.
yeah,
That's where the
it's like a
holograms
very
come from. Yeah, it's
playful
a beautiful
set. It's a very like
It's an awesome set.
yeah,
It's an
like a
awesome set. Aren't those
high
puzzles
school
too,
sort of
though?
energy.
Y'all don't buy this because I'm still thinking about it. But look at this.
Buy
Yeah,
it.
it's a puzzle.
This is
Buy that thing.
McFarlane Wolverine. This is, some people vote this the most iconic comic book cover art. I'm not
Well, I
saying
mean,
it is, but
It's
it's
one
up
of
there.
them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Definitely.
homaged
Absolutely.
a ton of times.
They
Yeah.
definitely un-McFarlaned the heck out of it, because if you saw that card and didn't know, you would not say that was McFarlane.
Right.
Isn't that the same? Isn't that card originally in the Todd McFarlane set
Hold on one
from
second.
Comic Images?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it is.
Ooh.
Oh, I see. I think the set that you're talking to about Manu is actually a puzzle set too.
Is
Like
it?
you
That's
can
I
fit
didn't
that
even
in a
realize
9
that. And
page.
I actually have like my childhood copies of that, and for some reason, I don't know why I don't have that memory, but I'm super excited if it is.
Might be
I'm
wrong.
gonna look.
I might be totally wrong.
It's all good.
One of my favorite cards is from that set. That hologram of Silver Surfer is actually my favorite. Oh no!
What's he
Hey,
doing?
Wolvie, I got rid of Spidey. We
Go
got
big
Wolverine
real
stuff.
quick.
Oh damn! That's a cover.
Justin, you got to
Yeah.
go big. There you go.
Yeah, I got rid of Spidey. It's me, Wolvie.
Full
Wolverine.
screen, please.
Your whole like personality changes. You have like an overbite now. It's very weird.
Look at that.
It's a
Look
7.5.
at that.
Not
That's
special.
still that's a
Self-submitted?
gorgeous cover.
Yeah,
Newsstand.
self-submitted.
Cool.
I
Very
didn't
cool.
buy it. Hold on, let me do
It's
this.
nice.
Yeah, to your point, it ruins the image a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, that is one of the greatest covers of all time. Oh my gosh, we got to talk about McFarlane.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He announced
What's
a
going on with
signing.
him?
Properly.
He's going to have an in-house signing finally after 4 years or 3.5 years, whatever it's been. It's going to be sometime in December at CGC.
Been 3 years at least.
The floodgates are open. That is going to be the most chaotic signing that CGC has ever facilitated. But boy, oh boy, is it exciting. Because the amount of books that I want to, I have to control myself because I'm not a fan of sending a lot of books at one time. It's out of my control. I get nervous. And signings, it's just a different level of anxiety. But there's no way I'm not sending some high-grade Wizards. There's no way I'm not sending some Malibu Suns. I'm going to take advantage of this signing, but how exciting. Like all of these 340s, 316s, they're all going to go to CGC in the next couple of months. That's going to be a whirlwind of a signing, that one. Wow.
That's going to be really cool.
It is going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I just hope
don't
they,
know.
oh, man.
I don't know what I'm going to say. I sent in stuff the last signing, which was.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did, because you got your spawns back. Your spawn newsstands were signed by McFarlane.
Yeah, my spawn newsstand sign was my very first ever submission I did myself.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah, I'm really happy with those. But
wow.
Hey, they like the headgear. Oh, great.
It was cool, man.
Johnny Bravo.
I
Johnny would like it.
It was sitting beside the book. I was like, I have to put this on.
I love it.
I wear it sometimes.
Oh, those are fire. Destructive, yeah.
Dang, the McFarlanes.
What's up, PPS?
PPS, what's up? Says, hey, hey.
But
McFarlane signing.
that's gonna be good. All right, let me go. I'm gonna go back to sharing this because I never actually got to really ask my question. Sorry.
Ooh, what
so question? my question is, what do you think the Wolverine that we showed here? What do you think this really should sell for?
I want to answer
because they have a
30 or 50.
It's out of 20.
It's out of 20.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it closer than I can see it. What do you make of the condition?
That's a great question. And I would say that the top border looks a little rough. The back border has some chipping. Top right corner is a little soft. It looks like this looks like a 7 to me, a PSA 7.
And what are they asking?
They want $1,100.
I mean, I'm way off then because I was thinking like 300. So I don't know.
Well, I offered 560 and got just a straight rejection. I didn't even get
Well,
a counter.
Okay, so I would, instead of dealing with that person,
Yeah.
my opinion is this. The one that's been on Compsy for a while, which is this one, is
Mhm.
because of the condition, from
Right.
what I remember. I would go to. I'll text you.
Yeah. Text me.
and
'Cause
Doom card says 500 to 750. So I'm learning and I'm joining you guys. Like I don't have a problem with big numbers. I just didn't know. So okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I was happy at 560.
Okay.
Like I was there. I know. So Marvelous, you say wait for another one. This is the only one I remember even seeing, period.
Mm.
And I know 20 isn't like in the current state of the world, it's not insanely rare, but I feel like people like this image enough that they get it and want to hang on to it.
It's one of the most important Wolverine images. If you just look at it, it's just so cool.
No, top 5, without a doubt, Manu. You're absolutely right. I think it's one of the
Yeah.
top 5 most important images. I just don't think 1,000. I don't like that condition for that card because there's been a lot of them that have been picked over, and I just text you something to think
Okay.
about. But
Yeah.
I just don't think that's the right price for that condition.
See, here's the thing. It's not Spider-Man. But
Good night,
man,
Nash.
Oh,
we'll
sweet
do
dreams.
another 2 hours for you for sure.
Later,
Much
friend.
love.
I'm leaving in a little bit for real. It's about to be
For
3 hours. Wife is definitely going to kill me.
Okay. Yeah. But
Yeah, just a little bit.
But because of the image that it is, because it's numbered to 20, I really want one. I really do.
I
When
wish
you
I
shot
knew
the
someone who had an
560
extra.
Excuse me. When you shot the 560 and it was
Uh-huh.
auto rejected, did you come in any higher? Did you try a
Well,
625 on him or anything?
it wasn't an auto rejection, like the guy waited or the gal, whoever it is, waited 24 hours and just rejected it. They didn't do any,
Oh,
there
so
was
they don't
no
have the
counter.
cutoff there. So
Yeah,
they
their
don't have
cutoff
the
was
cutoff
5.
automatically.
Yeah, so let me show, I'm going to show people what we're talking about. And this is going to
That's
be in the how
interesting.
to buy Marvel cards video.
Mhm.
And most people know this. If you see how I have make offer here, it's got add to cart, buy now, or make offer. If you go to make offer, and looks like it's going to take a second to get there. Go. You come in here, you have to have money in your account, which I have, and you hit send
For
offer.
that offer.
Yeah, you see exactly what I have. It says 550.25 is the minimum offer. So I offered 560 and it got rejected.
So okay. So he set his minimum, but he could have countered if he wanted to, right?
They could have countered anything. Yeah. They could have countered
really
$1,000.
obnoxiously annoying. When someone has a minimum offer set and it allows you to get in there and they don't counter, is just annoying. Like that energy makes me not want to buy that person's card because it's like,
in all honesty, that's what they're doing.
What do you have a best offer option for if you're not going to counter?
They're not.
Why did you set your minimum there?
They're trying to make people feel frustrated. Like most of this stuff on here, in all seriousness, most of the cards on here where you have those kind of issues with, the collector has a copy or two. They put it on there to keep hype and people wanting it and make it unobtainable. So their cards are worth more. It's really gross.
How much are these Carnage ones asking? Oh, they're cheap. Okay.
Carnage, let me get back up here. 89 and 100 is the asking. I don't know what they'll accept. I think
that's cool. I paid 50 for mine. I'm happy with it.
I think the Venom
good price.
Demo Goblin is fun for under 100. If you're Venom,
that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I actually think this Venom is really cool. The Punisher Venom alternate M.
It's cool in its quirkiness.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cards when I was a kid was the Blood Rose.
The Blood Rose? What's that one?
I love that. It's in the corner at the top right.
Oh yeah. Got you.
I just love that stupid card when I was a kid. I don't know. I thought it was so cool.
This one this won't ever happen again. It's looking right at you.
That's crazy.
Look at that.
Look how that eyeball is just
so weird.
A little hairy chest and everything.
I love it.
This is Hildebrandt?
A lot of
Looks
this is
like
Hildebrand. Yeah, this is Greg and Tim
Yeah.
That's a great
for sure.
card.
Like you can tell this is Hildebrand too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's DeVries.
Really?
That's Hildebrand, my friend.
Oh, damn. Schooled. What did I know? I don't know. Excuse me.
Well,
I'll
because
way
the
out.
hand is coming at you. Yeah, I can see why you would say
I
that.
messed that up. You know, it's sad. I think I've seen the original, so that's pretty
Oh
pathetic.
yeah,
Totally
you have no
forgot.
excuse.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I think I just saw that. Wow.
Doom
That was
Card
sad.
said, "Yeah, it's a dirty game out there for some cards." Yeah, sometimes it is.
Yeah, it's a
It
dirty
is.
game.
By the way, I
Bro,
love this Jean Grey.
it's a good
You know
game.
what? Games that have a little bit of dirty in them, those are the ones worth playing. Actually, clean games suck. They're boring.
Yeah, but if you can stay clean in the dirty game, that's really special.
That's right.
That's
But that's the
the
challenge.
honor.
That's what makes it good. Staying
It's the
clean
integrity.
in a dirty game.
Tell me-
Ooh, tagline. A minute.
What was your thoughts on this card growing up?
I don't even remember that card. Wow.
What?
I don't
That's
remember that
weird
card.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I
You
don't remember
guys
that.
are crazy.
No.
Wow.
Are you serious?
There's not
Yeah.
one hint of silver on that card. Why would I be interested? I'm just kidding.
Yes, sir. The claws are bone claws, but there's a hint.
They're bone. They're
Yeah.
bone. I know better. I've read
They're
enough
bone and
Wolverine to know.
Oh, I just never understood the what's attacking them, but I did like this
No,
card.
me neither.
Was a fan.
Oh, this is the
okay. So
the
this is the one I
annual.
didn't buy. By the way, I tried to buy this one, but look at the edges are rough. But they wouldn't even counter them. Like I mean, I offered, but they came back at the asking price of 120.
There was 2 or 3 people who made someone made a full set of this, and I
Smart.
think they had gone through some cards and then offloaded some of the lesser high condition ones.
Yeah,
I think
that's what it
Andrew's
was.
saying that Wolverine card is one of the better ones in the set, so he's a fan of it. I believe that's what he's referring to. You know, I like
Might be
that.
true.
how about this one? This is number 2 of 20
I saw it on eBay, I think, and I thought it was too expensive.
Well, don't
for
buy
me,
it on
so I passed
eBay.
on it.
because it's going to be
You make
listed
an offer
cheaper
here.
here, and you can do the make an offer.
Put 25 cents. Let's see what their lowest.
They're
211.
asking 421.
211 is their minimum offer.
211.
If you end up buying it for 211, you should be happy, right?
I mean, it's a Venom numbered to 20. It's a 90s card. I mean, I like the elements of it.
I need it to be more. I need it. I'm like, I need it for 200 something. I want to see what that thing would grade at. I don't just want it raw out of 20 and it has a messed
Yeah.
up corner. Like, it would bother me as a collector.
right, and I believe that if you have a 10 of this, you're super blessed. If you have an 8, you'd be happy. But
Yeah, that's how especially with buybacks. Like,
yeah, it's particularly with buybacks.
particularly with buybacks.
If it's not a buyback and it's a raw card, you want a 10 for sure.
So let me find that thing on eBay real quick. See if
Yeah.
it was the same one I was looking at.
These are the other.
If you want to surfer Manu or Justin, don't tell me because I think I have more than one copy. So or if our buddy where is he? Card comic
card board guy.
card and comic freak. If you need one, brother, don't pay.
Look at this art. How do you like that one?
I love that one.
Oh, it's a beautiful card.
It's
That's a
good one.
beautiful
Such
card.
Great
Isn't
card. Great card.
I mean, I'm not an Electro guy, but $40 and it's sure.
Electro, man, 2018 Electro is like one of my favorite cards.
How about this one?
Hold on, I'm looking now.
Man, there's some stuff on the
That's
surface
classic.
of that Lethal Protector. I can't really tell.
Green Goblin.
I hate the way they scan them. I hate the way they scan them at ComC. They shouldn't
That
be.
Green Goblin's dope.
Yeah.
The Green Goblin is dope. It's always
Oh,
been
yeah.
dope. Great
This one-
stuff, great card.
Always didn't. This one, this is when I was pulling this out of the 92 box break that I did by myself in private, apparently. I just forgot how hulked out Electro was in this card. Like if the face
Right.
was Hulk, you would be like, oh man, that's a Hulk card.
No, he's like jacked.
He is so ripped.
Did not skip arm day.
Mm-mm.
Hey Justin, would you shoot an offer for me on that Lethal Protector buyback, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do 250, see what happens.
How about this one? You want me to do an offer on this one?
Yeah, but how much do they want for that?
You want to guess?
900 and no, that's $1,200.
So this is actually. Can you see the Joe Jusko signature in gold?
What?
You
see at the
bottom
I
it-
see it.
You see
I
at the
see
bottom
it.
it says number
See.
7 of 15.
I see it. Oh my gosh.
So this is a commemorative buyback, hand numbered and signed by Joe Jusko, that was inside of the 2016 Marvel Masterpiece set.
What's the price?
$6,499.
I support it. I support it.
Yeah.
I don't.
So yeah, I don't either. There's a reason why I hadn't bought it.
I will congratulate whomever buys it, and I will congratulate
3,900
both
is
the
the
buyer
minimum
and seller.
offer. So I talked to one guy. I think I know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he's like, I got like 6 of them. I was like, will you sell me? He's like, no, I'm trying to get more. Okay, dude, congratulations.
Let's throw the 250 offer. Let's throw the 250 offer.
Let's do it.
Buy
Okay.
Let's buy it. Let's buy it.
Okay, hey, real quick, look at this one.
Yeah,
I like that card.
I know that card.
That's a good card.
Dang, Andrew's probably loving that.
Omega 29 of 29. There's not
Andrew,
even. There's
did you
not 30.
see that? Did you see Andrew? I don't know if Andrew was aware of those cards, or I don't know, but Andrew loves that set, loves that card. Yeah.
The commemorative buybacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if 250 goes.
250. Yeah. All right. Send offer. Now I
like
I'm only able to do this because I actually have the money in my store credit. So.
Okay. So we didn't just buy it. We have to wait.
We have to wait. Obviously. And they can't have an auto accept. I have seen that before, but we didn't get that auto accept. But it immediately takes the money out of my store credit. Now my money's on hold until they make a decision.
Oh dang! Well, hopefully, hopefully it goes. And
by the way, you can cancel the offer too. Like if you ever get too desperate. But so people know too, the buybacks from MM16, they're limited to either 99 or 105 of each copy. They don't say it on the card, but they're limited to under 100.
So you see how it's got a silver stamp in the left-hand corner? Mm-hmm. It's not numbered like the other buybacks. If they were, I'd be even more all over it. But they're just all you get is the silver stamp. That's the only way you know they are a buyback. They are a buyback.
Andrew said he was aware of that card. Good. I'm not surprised. I'm glad you were aware of it. That thing's amazing. I didn't know there was a numbered signed buyback set.
Yeah, I mean, so think about it. It's an on-card auto in gold pack pulled.
Yeah. If they accept that offer, I am about to spend $300 on a raw 94 flare.
No, you're not. It's a insert. That's a buyback.
No, I'm just being a jerk for effect, you know.
Look at this Mysterio.
That Mysterio is sick. What was Nora just flashing something for?
Hold on.
Nice.
Let me do this.
That's one of the Juice Scope signed buybacks.
Hold on, this guy.
I love it. It's
9 of 15.
Oh my god!
And the signature shows up on the board so much better than Spider-Man hiding in the webs.
It comes with a COA card, so make sure you guys get that.
Really?
Yeah, and so if you were to buy the one on ComC, it does talk about it comes with a COA.
That's good to know. Cool. Oh yeah, he showed it on his eBay listing too.
Matches.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I wonder if they're going to accept it. I hope they do. I will happily add that. I have the Pepsi 10 of that card.
Yeah.
I have the regular Flair 10 of that card. This is going to be so cool to have.
Yeah, well, it really
I'm about
is.
to ruin your world, Manu. You ready?
Yeah, what?
There's more than just the one Pepsi variant.
I know you told me there's like Brazil and
right.
I have the Mexico. I have the Mexico, and I've never seen any of the other ones.
Hey, real quick, George, we actually talked about this to start with the show, and we did see that. I can't say that it's confirmed that August the 24th is the correct date, but what I can tell you is that Upper Deck told me today that they do anticipate the release to be in August. And it's like as soon as all that was happening, we saw where Steel City sent out emails to people that had pre-orders that their delivery date moved up to August 24th.
Oh yeah. We Justin, does that Venom Lethal Protector that we just made an offer on come with the
commemorative?
The COA?
No, it wouldn't because it's stamped on the card. It doesn't have a signature.
Oh, sorry. The COA we were talking about was the other one. My bad. I got
just with the signature.
Yeah, that's about the signature.
Because the signature ones were not stamped, probably because of when they decided to do them.
By the way, how cool is this card? I never realized until I was opening
great
up
card, Nightmare.
Nightmare.
It's a great card.
There's so much going on in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool.
So, someone was selling the original art to that.
Wow!
Like 3-4 years ago.
They accepted the offer yet?
Let's see if they've accepted the offer.
That's so funny.
Funds locked. Offer pending. 250. Yeah, they have not.
What would our total be? I'm gonna know what.
No, the total is the total is the the 250 because I've already paid taxes on that money. So when I loaded the money into ComC, they charged taxes then.
That is insanely unique. And then what about shipping?
Shipping is separate.
Can
Shipping is
we
separate. Okay.
do me a favor and highlight Ryan's comment? Because Ryan Humphrey is a freaking OG and
What's up,
one of
Ryan?
my favorite people.
Thank you
Ryan.
for being on the show tonight.
He's so nice. And he's such an OG.
You want to read
And
his
he's
comment?
100% right about this. The auto out of 15 isn't marked other than handwritten. The silver buyback stamp means more, in my opinion. I do like the stamp a lot as well. Jusco assigned thousands of 92mm. Thousands.
So
there was even a dynamic forces set. QVC sold them that were out of 5,000.
QVC?
QVC back in the day, baby.
Dude, hey,
QVC had some heat, man.
I had a video. I think I sent it to Norn. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You
real
did.
quick.
It was great. It was
because
really
we were
great.
talking about how QVC and the shows like that. No, it was a YouTube video.
Yes.
And sorry, I just read your text.
Yeah. Yeah. Take your time.
Right. And here's the thing: like, it was the original Whatnot. It's on.
Yeah.
It's on the screen. They're like, "There's a limited edition of them. You can buy it right now. All you gotta do is call in the number, and you call. And you had like a little window you could buy it in, and then it was gone. You did it again. Like it's like the original Whatnot.
That's
No,
giving
and the
Whatnot
reason-
so much credit to call that the original Whatnot rather than saying Whatnot is
the copy of QVC.
The times we live in, boy,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well,
But hey, back to Ryan here. So I want to break down what he's saying. So he's saying, hey, yeah, it's cool this numbered. It's cool this guy's signature. There's actually more of that card that's signed than there are of that card that has a silver stamp.
Yeah, I get,
and
I get
that's what
that.
he's trying to say.
that.
So we're it's not. No one's like. I guess I'm saying that out loud for people to understand value, just in case you are sweating to buy the card.
Mhm.
Understand that the value for the card is not being factored in how many actually are signed out there. You know what I mean? Just so you guys know, I think I think the world of Joe Jusco. He is one of the if there was a Mount Rushmore of figures for Marvel cards, his face is there. Done. Without a doubt.
Yeah. Whew.
But I'm just telling people because I do think very shortly there's going to be a price increase on a particular set that's going to come out, and I just want to make sure people are aware. Don't be careful. Don't let PMG stuff happen again. I don't think it will because we're a lot smarter now, and people won't be taken advantage of. But there's a lot of stuff coming down in the pipeline. So just so people know.
So again, because it's late and I know people are tired and we may not be hearing each other clearly, but what you're saying is you feel like there might be some information that could cause prices to spike on Marvel Masterpieces.
I think people are getting excited. Yeah.
And there might be some forces behind that too.
Yeah. I don't think we know them right now. No one has done anything to force a hand at all. Nothing's happened up to this point, but you know what I mean? I do think when Spider-Man Mantle comes out, we're going to see a lot of craziness happen. And I think we just got to kind of stick together and have a good time.
I'm going to tell you,
too crazy.
I was sitting there. So for those who were watching last week, I think at the end of the episode, I said, hey, look, I'm looking at getting my daughter a car. We picked it up today. And in the midst of all that, thank you.
Yeah,
we're very happy.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're very happy. She's very happy.
Very
and
nice.
In the midst of all that, like my phone just is blowing up because it's beginning to solidify that we're actually going to get Spider-Man Metal this month. And I'm not there to say it's 100% confirmed, but like it really feels like it's taking shape. And I can already feel it building. And I mean, like people going, like somebody sent me a text, hey, are you keeping up with how many's actually left available to buy? And I'm like, no, I'm not keeping up with that at all. And let me see if I can pull this up.
I didn't know that was a figure that we could be aware of because
I think it's on a particular site. And yeah, so here's the screenshot. Well, they basically maxed what they could buy. If we're gonna be able to see this, I don't know if we will. Let me see if I turn the brightness down, if that helps.
That'd help, yeah. And go ahead and turn your phone landscape.
Yeah, but it's in IG, so I won't turn.
Oh, my bad. I got you.
I want to be careful touching it. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but basically, this person was speculating that there was only 12 more. Is it 12 more boxes? Yeah, 12 more boxes available on this site.
And that speculation is based on what information present on that screen?
I believe they were saying, hey, are you aware that these are selling out? Like these are like there's not as many to buy as there was previously. And so I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying like people are chatting, they're talking about it and getting excited again because that had started waning a little bit.
That's the excitement's good. Really good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one heck of a trick that they pulled on us. Like now we're excited that an August date is the real date, even though that's 2 years delayed.
Right, whatever. Yeah.
It's funny.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is quite the trick because you start thinking it's November, and then all of a sudden they tell you it's August. What did Doom say? I'm so glad I don't have to chase any cards this way. You may never know. What if there's a Doom card in there, my friend? We don't have a checklist.
Did you hear that? It was a cry from. I heard someone yell out in agony.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. That's why I just went ahead and went all in. I couldn't play the game.
It's Spidey's your favorite. Yeah. It makes sense. You have to do that, like especially with everything going down the way it is. Like I hope what we all do when all this stuff happens, and we'll talk about this probably next Tuesday or when it becomes more relevant. But start finding your community of people who are going to be breaking the product. Try to stay away from getting caught up on eBay. Just enjoy. We're going to open. We're going to do stuff. Don't put that in the universe, Justin.
Sorry, my friend.
Don't let it be. It'll crazy.
Yeah. So PPS says Flare Ultra Avengers is going to be crazy as well. It's going to be a nightmare for collecting Captain America. Yeah. And Spidey's going to be in that set. We already know it. We've already seen him on the back of the sketch card blanks. But I'm really pleased with the way my collecting is taking shape and the focus that it has. And I'm excited about Spider-Man Metal, and I haven't seen all the cards. So, maybe
we might get a checklist this week.
Dude, if we get a checklist this week,
we might get a checklist this week.
I can't wait to make that content. I'm sorry.
That's going to be fun.
I've literally spent a year making content without new product.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. Yeah.
We kind of just glazed over that whole Gary V thing, though. Like, isn't there more to unpack there?
Well, I think go ahead.
No. You sure?
Yeah,
No. So, the Gary V thing. So basically, he sent out a tweet, like Justin said, and he was looking for vintage Marvel, and he said pre-1995. Right. But the trick of the tweet is that he said at the booth pre-1995. So I'm not sure if he thinks vintage is pre-1995 for Marvel, or if he was talking about his booth number, which we never confirmed. I don't think he ever clarified, did he?
I asked for clarification.
I know you did.
Via response in the tweet, but obviously he gets 8,000 tweets a second. So didn't get a response.
I would venture to say that he actually means the date, because he's pretty. That would be like too ambiguous. Like that wouldn't make any sense for him to say. That doesn't even tell you the booth number. That just tells you his booth number is below 1995. Like what?
It doesn't. I went back and reread the tweet.
I don't know if PRE was like an acronym for like numbers.
And in the defense of calling something that recent vintage, I'll just take it into clothing real quick. 90s Marvel shirts, jackets, hats, that's all sold as vintage. And it sells for thousands and thousands of dollars when it originally retailed for $12. So vintage in that community is the word used for 90s stuff, even though it doesn't feel like vintage in the antique world, greater collector world. But in the Marvel world, a lot of folks do say 90s stuff is vintage. So like come by. It's just weird. Like, why didn't he use any punctuation? Anyone with vintage comic book cards at the National, come by pre-1995. Maybe pre-1995 is his table. Like, is that how tables are labeled?
I don't know.
I haven't looked it up.
It definitely means the year. Like,
I think so.
Having spent time, going through this, I can tell you that he's just saying, he's clarifying it's got to be 1995 and below.
Yeah.
He's messed up cutting it at 95. He should have cut it at 96.
So that was right.
So my one thing was
a mistake.
Like, are you heavily invested in 96? You're done there. or do you not know? Which is obviously could be it. But
Probably
actually,
doesn't want to participate at the level that it's at now.
here's what I found
I
really
want Gary to
interesting.
be in Marvel. Gary, I love you. I invite you. Come over to my house. I
Oh, I would
will
love
show
to
you
have
all
him
of
over
my
here.
pre-95 stuff. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Yeah.
And if you got all the 96 stuff already, congratulations. That's awesome. Come to Marvel, Gary. Let's do
Well, the thing I find so interesting about this is he says comic book cards.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I mean, and I understand that he's encompassing, and I hate to admit this, he's encompassing DC. And
Sure.
and
Yeah.
there's a reason why he doesn't say just Marvel cards, like he's saying
Mhm.
comic book cards. But I do like saying comic book cards. It's actually how
I love
I
comic book
described
cards.
my cards growing up. They were comic
Me
book
too.
cards.
Yeah.
I
Remember,
think
we
it's
talked
great.
about that when we were discussing hashtags.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, let's start throwing comic cards and comic book cards and stuff in there.
I think it's
what's
great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The
I
importance
love
of
that
grammar.
tweet. I wonder if people did bring cards to him. Like, did he actually pick up some cards
know.
at the National?
Yeah, I don't know. Reading the early comments, I didn't read all of them. I didn't get the vibe that like a lot of people understood. And we didn't talk about much about the National tonight. We probably should have. Neo was going to be a guest, but wasn't able to join. But please check out his channel, Neo
Sure
Cards and
thing.
Comics, because he did
Yeah.
cover the National. He was there. And first of all, we're not allowed to say Nationals with an S. Like I got in a lot of trouble for that. It's just the National. So
Okay.
It is.
Nationals.
It's the National.
And but there wasn't a lot of Marvel.
Nothing
cards,
happened when you said that.
It's after 12. No shits to give. Fausto is now out here, just so
Right.
everyone knows.
Right. We knew you were there.
I'm like, let's just go.
But there was, I think there was two big booths of cards, and one of them was Eugene's booth with his
killed it.
His
Yeah.
Marvel, his Spider-Man
With
collection,
Andrew
which was
Park.
insane.
Yeah,
Love Andrew.
yeah. Andrew's
Andrew
great.
sold me
yeah.
if I remember correctly, Andrew sold me my Venom Jambalaya, which got a PSA 10.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing, man. That
He
really
killed
is
it. No,
amazing.
Andrew was really fun. Eugene's really fun. I'm sure that show was a blast. A lot of our crew of people that we know went. Eugene brought out like crazy fire stuff, modern fire. You know, there was some old school stuff in there too. Mod-fi. I mean, just laid it out on the table. Giving people an education for sure. Because apparently, and he's going to. There's something coming up with him that he's going to talk about soon. From what he mentioned it to me briefly, something that's happening. But he was telling me, it was his stuff, and then everything else was PMGs. Unfortunately,
Which
it was really
he had a lot of PMGs there as well.
Yeah,
But
he did. Andrew did too, I think.
The other PMGs,
dude,
were not from like Marvel card only collectors. They were
right
from we like to call them big money.
Yeah. It was huge
they were and they were inside of like Golden's display and Probstein's display.
Yeah, that's right.
They were basically put on loan to be held up in those displays. They don't own the cards.
I didn't realize that Probstein was just one guy, and I loved seeing an interaction between him and Jeff, the sports card investor, discussing the Jordan Star rookie.
The Jordan Star rookie.
And like I fell in love with Probstein, like finding out he was a human being.
Yeah.
And not like the human being I anticipated him being. Like I don't mean anything by that. I just didn't. Is Probstein a company? Is it a family last name? No, that's Mr. Probstein, and he's the card guy. And I thought that was awesome to be introduced to. Like I had no idea who he was. That was so cool.
Yeah, so they had the cards, and I mean to think about that just for a moment. Let's like unpack that a little bit. Golden up at the top of auction houses for trading cards and collectibles. Probstein, up at the top of trading cards and collectibles, and they were putting Marvel cards on display.
Yeah.
It's
a big deal.
That was a laughable thing a year and a half ago.
Right.
Majorly. majorly laughable, and that's
And
really good perspective.
It all
Really good
started a
perspective.
year and a half ago, essentially.
and
The acceptance
I
into
wasn't
that
there
world.
for sure. I wasn't there, but I'm curious. I don't even think they had a price on them. I don't actually think they were for sale.
Well,
Mm.
like you said, I think Day you just had his thing up. Many vendors were overpriced and not willing to negotiate. Yeah, I think a lot of people were.
I could tell you Eugene probably didn't have a price on his cards.
It was all PC apparently. I think he had like 10 or 20 that were like maybe like some sports and stuff like that or something like he said. I don't remember, but it was all PC. He didn't want to sell
So the
any
Marvel cards
PC.
that did make it were not even
Yeah.
for sale.
Just to show.
That's
a lot of
nuts.
people seem to be on that boat where they just wanted to show the cards and inform and educate people, which is a great thing. We tried to do it
What does it mean though?
HeroesCon too.
Does it mean this? Does it mean, hey, I paid so much to get these, like I can't sell them in today's market, it's too big of a loss? Or does it mean, hey, I really think I know what these are really worth, and today's market isn't reflective of that?
I think on Eugene's behalf, and I'm not speaking for Eugene, but in
Sure,
my
he can speak
opinion,
for himself.
yeah, he can speak for himself. But from what I know Eugene well, and from my experience, Eugene was there really to like hang out with Andrew Park and put a bunch of cards out on display. I think the other people with all those PMGs like at Golden and Probstein, that was 100% the case. Nothing's for sale. This is all for show. We wouldn't sell right now anyway because the market is low for whatever reason, X, Y, and Z, and we know other things, but like, what I mean? There's a lot of weird things happening there. What I'm grateful for is that people who did go to the Nationals had a friendly face.
Yeah, that's
You know
good.
what I mean? That made me really happy. Like, and with Andrew Park and Eugene and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people who did go to National, they weren't like being greeted by people who just made these massive purchases over the year and a half. They met people who have been in the group, have known each other. You know what I mean? Like there was like some kind of connectivity. It was the same as like HeroesCon for us. You know what I mean? I felt like we had people there who like we knew.
So I have a concern. I want to go ahead and express it, and I probably will express it a few more times because so much money chased a particular insert, which I'll name in a second, over the last year. That particular insert is like a villain now, And,
for sure. Yeah.
And
PMG?
I'm talking about the PMG. Yeah. And so if you mention it in just about any way, you're creating content around PMG, like what what kind of scum of the earth are you? Why are you not talking about the other cards? Even if you've just spent a whole year talking about all the other cards, and guess what's about to happen with Spider-Man Metal? You're going to hear the word PMG a lot because it's going to be in 40% of the boxes. It's just going to be a natural course of, hey, I opened it up and guess what it has as a PMG? It has Spider-Man on it, has Venom on it, has Ghost Spider on it. It's got Carnage on it. Like, you're going to hear about it.
The truth is, and this is the truth. This is the straight out truth for everybody out there because it's after 12. And like I said, no shits to give Faustos here. Truth is this. No matter the insert, no matter the rarity, especially in Marvel, there has always been 5 to 10 or 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 collectors who specifically went after that insert and blocked the market. Period. I don't care what set it is. I don't care what insert it is. If it was hard numbered, if it was considered rare
across the board, there
was somebody who did it. And I bet money on it. And we all know for every set, PMGs, 16, Flair Ultra, Vibranium, whatever, that happened across the board.
Yeah.
To say it didn't is a bold-faced lie.
Yep.
Now, here's this thing that people have to understand. When you have cards going for those prices and people are making those kind of moves where they're basically paying off someone's house to obtain their collection, you'd have to be a damn fool to think that you're going to sell it to them and they're a real collector, real in quotations, because it doesn't matter if they're real or not real. That's not the point. They're playing out a game that's not your game to play.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
What's their game? I mean, I'm not saying it's
Their
not.
game
I'm
is
saying,
the
what
end
is their
game. Their
game?
game, their game is the end game. Their game is they're going to invest in advertisement. That's all you're doing. When you buy something at that large amount and that high volume and that high price tag publicly, you are very much buying advertisement for the thing you are going to build up.
Are we?
That's
Who
the
are we?
truth.
We're not. Are we not like openly talking about who we're talking about? Like I can't. I'm on the
No, no,
outside,
no,
so
no,
I
no,
don't know
no.
what we're talking about. Do we
Well,
mean
the
like
problem-
the owners of auction houses went and bought up all the numbered cards?
No.
The reason I'm not naming anybody, and people who have been in this for a while know what I'm talking about. I'm not naming anybody. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. I hope that's not coming across as a negative thing.
That's a
What
free
I'm saying
market.
is,
No, yeah.
yeah. What I'm saying is that people should understand that there's no reason to think that this stuff that's happening is novel, evil, blah, blah, blah. People are making decisions about things and moving stuff and doing stuff like that. I think what I've learned over the last year and a half of Marvel blowing up is this. People who are in this have cards. They'll be collecting. They'll be collecting when it's 99 cents and they'll be collecting when it's $100. It does not matter. And that's the point. You know what I mean? People who like this stuff will be here. You know what I mean? That's the people who want to be here and talk about Marvel course. Those are the people I want to hang out with. You know what I mean? And that's really it. That's it's not more or less complicated than that.
Yeah, I love it. And I only say that because there are going to be some people who are new to the hobby who are excited about the cards they're pulling.
That's
And I just know what's going to happen. They're going to post, and if somebody's going to come in with the freaking OG hammer and be like,
yeah, and
you know,
let people enjoy it. People are figuring this stuff out.
And the
Well, yeah,
excitement.
be like, what's going to happen? No, I need to fill in the rest of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll fill in the blanks. Like, oh, PMG, like, you know, a mockery for the excitement around the card. You know, did you not know this exists, or why are you hyping that? You know, or someone
are just not going to know
what's going to happen. Someone's going to pull a green PMG of Spider-Man. Like, it's going to happen. And there's a good chance that person is going to try to get like $100,000 for it. But then here comes the right hook. You know, how dare you do that? You know what I mean? Like, but
I'll be honest with you. I pull a Spider-Man green and it's not part of my collection. I'm selling it for $100K. If people want it at that price,
somebody wants to buy it.
Take it.
But my point isn't the price. I'm just making up a scenario.
No, you're right.
The point is that where's the freedom to enjoy it?
I think the aggression came pretty severe at one point because of the fear of wolves in sheep's clothing. I think that's where it came from. It came from that paranoia. I don't know if anybody really cared that somebody was into PMGs. I think it was more like, oh, are you really this person? Because there was so much paranoia. You know what I mean?
It got a little dirty.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, it was a lot of like, it was pretty tense, and I felt it. It was real.
And some of the artwork on the PMGs is terrible. How's that?
Horrible. It is legit. Like, it's
so
not
from someone
like
that collects based on that, you're like, how is this $50,000? It looks horrible, but there's the,
yeah, but that's
of
what
it is
happened
good.
with a lot of people. Yeah. The point is, like Justin's mentioning here, it doesn't matter how you collect.
Yeah,
we should always treat each other with respect. I know it can be nerve-wracking because we just don't know who's who or who's saying what, and that's gonna suck. But I really think that we can all learn from all the craziness that happened and just have fun and just look at some new cards finally. After 2 years.
There was a time last year that I bought a bronze Venom PMG and a what's his I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Not Scarecrow. I can't think what's the guy's name? It doesn't matter. I throw a no-name PMG for $50 on eBay. $50. By the way, graded a PSA 9, the bronze Venom did, which is a great grade for the card. And to me, like, no one was mad that I bought that, or how dare you be excited you got that car. I actually got a really good deal on it at the time. It was probably selling for 200 or something bucks. Yeah. I actually bought it from a guy who eventually sold PMGs for a couple $100,000. And that guy's just as happy I got that card for $50 and got a good deal as I am happy that he sold his for 200,000. Like, why isn't there that much grace for people?
I
You
think
see
it
what
will
I'm saying?
happen. I think it will happen. I'm hopeful. And maybe it's, dumb and gullible of me to be hopeful, but I don't know. I think people, I hope eventually Marvel card collectors move past, and the simplicity of it can just be what it is. Hey,
Well,
I love these cards, and I
look,
just want to enjoy them.
For the next, if I can resist opening all the product for the next 4 months, you're going to hear Justin, you're going to hear Spidey opening up metal, being excited, and Lord
gonna be
willing,
cool.
hitting some fire PMGs. And I don't care if you like it or don't like it. I'm going to have a good time with it. And it's not going to be hyping to sell and blah. I don't have to do that. I'm just going to enjoy it. And I just want to get ahead of what narrative people may try to create, because I didn't do a good job of that last year. And I want to get ahead of it this time.
I want to hit a PMG when I open mine.
Yes, and I want you to as well.
You know, what the heck? And I want to hit one that I can sell for $100,000. Why wouldn't I want to hit that card?
Right.
But I'm just saying, I understand.
yeah.
I get it from all perspectives. It's just nice to be a little like, I'm like in the middle, like, oh, that's what you guys are thinking. Oh, that's what you guys are thinking. Whatever. Like, I got opinions too, but I get it. I get it. But I want to hit a card clipping, a comic card clipping more than anything. I want to hit an AF-15 clipping more than.
Shut up! What are you doing?
Why are you doing this?
No,
I don't know what I'm doing.
No,
I'm just kidding. That's a great card. I'm so excited about that card.
I don't know what that.
Yeah, the PMG's.
I'm kidding.
The PMG's the pump fake to trade for the comic cut. Stop.
Oh, that's right. If it ain't shiny and if it ain't shiny, it ain't worth nothing, guys.
99 cents. Put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Right. Day Sports card says PMG is the reason why people are buying 2021 Spider-Man Marvel Metal. That is a major reason. It's not everyone's reason, but it is obviously a major reason.
I'll give you my perspective. I'll give you, it is a major reason. I was never chasing PMGs. It is not the reason that I bought that box. There was one fact that made me excited about it. And it was when it was articulated to me by Justin, I believe, was that it is the first time that there's a dedicated Spider-Man card set since whenever the heck.
2017.
It's been a while.
Oh, okay. That's not even that long. But I wasn't in there in 2017. So I didn't have those, right? So I'm coming back in the last 2 years. And my last memory of a Spider-Man card set is 94 Flair.
Yeah.
A 94 Flair.
Set.
So for me, this is like, what? There's a dedicated Spidey set that I can get in on. I can get the box and it's brand new and I can rip it and I can see what the artwork is before everyone has it. Like I get to see what's in the packs because I have one of the first packs of it. That's what drove me. And I know it was costly, but I think the excitement that I have for just experiencing it is worth the cost of admission alone. And that's a personal decision that I made.
Yeah.
But the fact that there is the chase for these, what's going to be sought after, that's exciting too. That's definitely element. But I'm one of the people that wasn't in there for the PMGs. That was not my draw. And so there's people like me too. I mean, now I know people that have ordered boxes or pre-ordered boxes, and they weren't even in. They didn't care anything about a PMG.
Right.
Yeah. Just like there hasn't been product in a while. I want to open something, and I think people are going to do this for definitely different reasons, and the real reason this discussion came up for everybody to hear is that do not be frustrated at prices and things you see people do in their boxes. Good people. We have a lot of friends on YouTube and in the Marvel community, and they're good people to follow and to watch and to know on Facebook. Eugene, Justin, Manu, you know what I mean? There's so Marvelous Packs, elusive. There's a list of good people. You can always contact
Elusive's
all of us.
Collection is
Elusive's killer. Like there's a bunch of good people to talk to. Don't be frustrated by stuff. Let it die out. E-Pack will be around. You will get a chance to buy packs.
Well, and I say it less for me because I've already kind of
you're in it. You're there
and gotten past it. But I don't want other people to be hurt when they're excited and someone comes and dumps on them.
Exactly. I'm gonna come to the defense if I see anybody well, I'm going to try my best. I might not even know what's going on if I saw it, but like, I'd feel bad if somebody opens a pack and then whoever the right hookers, whoever those people are, like, I just don't want to see anybody just be blatantly rude for no reason, you know, but if someone's doing
there's no
something
reason for
stupid and they get called out, whatever, but I just don't want anyone to just be mean for no reason.
Yeah.
People spent a lot of money on these boxes. Let them have a good time, however they want to have a good time.
Who cares?
You know?
So
the thing.
Yeah, so Dede says, what's the print run on Spider-Man Metal? We don't know. There's not a lot of transparency, but if you take the numbered cards, which we know which those are, they're actually highlighted on the sales sheet. And on the sales sheet, it actually says these are one per box. And you extrapolate that out into hobby boxes that also correlate to EPAC. I know that's confusing, but just stay with me. There should be around 50,200 hobby boxes, of which is believed that 25% of that will be a physical hobby box, not on EPAC.
50,000 being the whole,
Yeah.
20% of that, 10,000 being what we have pre-orders in on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can
and the
read,
rest
come
are going to
on,
be
focus.
broken up and sold
Focus,
as
focus,
EPACs.
focus. That's
Yeah.
not going to focus, is it?
And that's
Doesn't
the way
lie.
to wait. Like
Oh,
if
there's
you
the
didn't get
focus.
in,
It's focused.
there it is. It's coming.
So
Yeah.
there's each PMG, there's 100 of them, and there's 200 cards in the base. There's 20,000 PMGs. There's 200 one of ones. There's 25 turquoise of each base card of 200, so it's 5,000. There's 50 orange, of which 200 base cards, so it's 10,000. There's 75 pinks, of which there's 200, so it's 15,000, which if you add it all up means 50,200 boxes. And it's believed that Upper Deck's EPAC will take 75% of that product. So only 25% of the 50,000 boxes will be available in physical hobby boxes. And I'm using the word hobbies particularly here. That means a box has 12 packs in it, 6 cards per pack, because there will be retail boxes that are not in that calculation because they do not include number cards. They include sketch cards. They include other shorter print cards, such as skyscrapers and daily bugles, but they do not include number cards. And so that's not in that print run.
Yeah.
Very cool. What Bowman just said here, this is advice you've given before. He said, I really need everyone to go crazy on EPAC so I can pick up the cards I really want on ComC at a huge discount.
Bowman is so smart. And yeah,
That's the way to do it, Bowman.
So
Good
yeah,
man.
so if you're not someone who will pay a premium to have the experience of physically ripping cards like I do, which is stupid, don't do that.
A stupid good time. Sorry.
Stupid good time. Yeah, I am here for a good time, and I'm willing to pay for it.
Good time.
And don't buy on EPAC. Don't buy boxes to open on EPAC either. The goal is to wait until that stuff funnels to ComC. You just saw that we have buybacks on there that are selling for $40. There's a time that those are probably selling for more than that.
And who knows what if you're chasing one particular card, how many packs you're gonna rip for it?
Well, what happens is you like let's just use those buybacks. They don't have a lot of people looking at them, right? But the moment that the product comes out, everybody's looking at it, and it doesn't take many. It doesn't take 300 people looking at this product to drive the prices up to an ungodly number because there's not a lot of it.
It takes like 2 or 3 realistically.
Norton, you're so right. We saw green PMGs from X-Men Metal quadruple in price overnight because 2 people were trying to complete a set. And as soon as those 2 people, we were able to like really track this. As soon as those 2 people got their cards, boom, prices dropped again.
Dropped hard.
Yeah. And so yeah,
Wow.
ComC is where I'm gonna use vulture as a positive term, but that's where as a vulture you get to eat for cheap.
Yeah. I mean, you're going with intention. You are paying for what you want. You're not gambling. There's no risk. There's no cost of chance.
Now you got
You're
most
just
of
buying what you want. There you go.
That's how I am. I don't do the gambling. So I go for ComC always.
Mm-hmm. Finally able to catch a live show. Love listening to the show every week. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate that.
Man.
Speaking of gambling, I went to the ATM machine. I took out $1,000. I was bored one night. It was about 11 p.m. I take out $1,000. I go to a local card room and I put my name on a list. 2.5 hour wait. I went back home with $1,000 in my pocket. Didn't play any poker at all. Who wants to wait 2 hours to sit down for 10 hours and play poker?
Soon you'll be able to gamble immediately on EPAC for the span of about 2 days, and it'll be sold out.
Different poker's different kind of gambling, but yeah, I like to, I want to see if I could win over somebody's mind in the game of poker. No casino games. Playing against the people, not
Well,
playing against the house.
you haven't traded on EPAC yet. There's a lot of mind games going on there.
Mind games, yeah, like
Yes.
these prices
Oh my
on
gosh.
ComC and minimum
Yep.
offers.
I'm
that
gonna
no
tell
one
you
cares
why.
about.
I'm gonna tell you why Manu won't last on EPAC.
Oh, he's gonna lose it.
Because you send them a message and you don't get a response.
Oh,
No,
you're gonna
I
lose
like,
it.
I like to.
You're
I'm
gonna
a
get
wheeler
livid.
dealer. There's no wheeling dealing. If someone's snoozing for 2 days before responding, that's
Yeah.
annoying.
Nope. Because
That's
you
good
then
stuff.
can't go into. Yeah, it's tough.
2 days is lucky.
It takes a lot of stamina and patience.
Yeah.
You got to be there for the long haul. Preaching,
Preaching,
Warren.
Warren. Hey, Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. Sorry if I went off on a tangent.
OBD says the AF-15 comic cuts will come pack pulled, not achievement. So the answer is yes to both. It's a little confusing. So there is the cover of AF-15, which is technically comic cuts, but will be as one panel. And then there's interior comic cuts, which will be on a card that goes in a pack. And so the answer is yes to both.
Interior pack pulled cover achievements.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. No matter the
those are
product
gonna
or if
be-
it's sports or
my
comics, if
goodness,
anyone is
bro.
talking about certain inserts parallels, it's always being labeled pumping. It's called
Yeah.
content creation.
Yeah.
If you talk about it on camera, you're pumping. And
Yeah,
so,
man, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be someone calls it pumping. There's always
Yeah,
going to be someone happy because they own a few of the cards that you're pumping. Like you can't
Right.
please everyone.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no right way around it.
It doesn't matter because I don't put it on eBay. I don't sell it, and maybe one day I will. But like, I don't. I sell very privately, so people come to me and they ask for stuff, and then I offer it to them. And so
Yeah.
there's no pumping.
It's not like you got eBay listings. Manu's like, I'm just gonna buy for 200 because this guy won't go any lower. And Justin's like,
Let me just show it on the channel real quick. Turns out it's my eBay channel.
$200. Weird.
Right.
How did that happen?
I got this card. It was from Spidey in Louisiana. How did you get
How weird. Maybe there's another
When
Spidey
you-
in Louisiana.
When you open that 92 masterpieces,
Yes.
you pulled the Jusco Spidey on the webs.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How is it grading it? What's going on with that?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Good question.
That card
Okay.
is a pop 7, I believe. I think, and it
No,
just
it's more.
recently.
I think it's like, isn't it like 23?
Well,
There's a
if
lot
it's
of
23,
trends with
it's
that.
impressive. Oh, you know what? It might be actually. I'm sorry. It just sells for a lot because it's so in demand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it might be. I mean, this is
it's off centered.
iconic.
So that's the best one I got. It's off centered.
It
I
is a
got
little
two
heavy
iconic
on the
cards.
I don't think that doesn't meet the 10 centering criteria. Oh, you pulled 2. Nice.
I pulled 2.
Better.
That one's got better centering left to right.
Yep.
It's not
Maybe
terrible.
this is the better one.
Well,
I think it looks.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
it
gotta-
looks
that's
like it.
probably the better one. And then the thing about those sets is that we talked about this. The corners around factory, they're designed that way. They're not
They
sharp
are.
corners on those cards.
Those cards, they're supposed to be sharp.
No.
They're round corners.
They're factory soft corners. I don't know.
Oh,
why
sorry, I
just-
misunderstood. Sorry. Right. Yes. 100%.
Oh, not like huge round, not
Yeah,
like
I
a circle like a
misunderstood.
TCG. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I just mean like if you're looking for the sharp graded corners,
Yeah.
don't
no.
think your cards aren't possibly 10s because they just never came
Cool.
sharp in these.
Pulled a nice
That's good
Hulk.
advice.
That's a great Hulk. That's the cover Hulk.
That's
The
the
box
cover.
Hulk.
With Bruce
That's
Banner
one
at
of
the
my-
bottom.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
Oh
Isn't
yeah.
that good? I always forget too. Isn't that great?
Yeah,
The atomic bomb, the gamma rays. Such an iconic
still
scene.
say that's the nicest Spider-Man card done to date. Just met Johnny Bravo says that about the Jusco. Johnny, you are not wrong. That is
I agree.
so amazing. Oh,
Stunning.
that's the Kid Spidey book.
I was gonna show you. Yeah, this came
So
with
cool.
my clothes.
Cool, man.
I'm hoping there's a secret first appearance in here no one knows about.
That'd be
But-
cool. That'd be really
But-
cool.
Oh God! I
But how
love
do you
that
like
book.
this cover? This is a
So
first appearance
badass.
Mando.
Hello?
This stuff's going to Dunn. It's going to Dunn tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just been so hot over here.
Oh, done is Valor.
Yep.
Yes,
First
I
first
can mess
appearance
that up too.
of Mandalorian. I love it.
Thank you, Justin, again. By the way, you totally helped me do that the right way.
We even got more goodness coming. So
Oh God, I can't wait for that.
it's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm with you. What happened?
No, don't stop. I'll text you. I'll send you a message.
I'm gonna delete it right now.
I love it.
I'll send you here. I'm gonna be honest though. That's Oliver, right? No, is that Oliver?
No, DO6 is Armando.
Oh, okay. But I just knew I know that we know each other on Instagram. I just don't remember your YouTube handle. What happened is the McFarlane signing got announced, so I can't say anything because that is hugely beneficial.
Oh, yeah. You were going to talk about something
Yeah,
and give us
yeah.
a tip.
And
after
the
you finish
announcement for the
things.
signing was yesterday. So,
Well, actually, he announced it at it came through CGC, I think, and maybe announced, but he announced
that's
it
true.
at
Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con.
That's true,
But it
actually, because
was-
that's where that video came from San Diego
Mhm.
Comic-Con. No one's. I shouldn't even bring this. No, yeah, sorry. Okay.
No,
Yep.
no, you don't say
No,
anything.
nah. What? I'm out of water. Oh.
Yep. I actually think we have reached a good point of the show. So
Fair.
Norn almost is going to sleep, and
So
yeah,
sorry.
I don't want to say anything.
I'm the worst. You guys stay up so much later than me. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
you're on the East Coast. Manu still
I
hasn't had
always
supper
sleep out.
yet.
I haven't
know.
yet.
Crazy.
I'm excited. I get so excited towards like the 3 hour, like whenever you guys start saying goodbye, I get sad, but then my stomach gets happy because I'm like, I get to eat whatever and just sit on a couch until I fall asleep. Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
What's up, testing? Actually, you joined
Oh,
just at the end. Day
sorry,
Sports
buddy.
Cards. Hey, Day, it was
Oh,
great to have
thanks,
you in the
man.
chats. If you've
Yeah.
been in the
Super
chat
helpful.
before,
Thank you, brother.
I may have missed it, but really happy to have you here. Hope to see you
He
next
asked
Tuesday.
the question I was avoiding. And you know what? The thing is this. I did start watching Iron Man. And that's I didn't. Yeah. So here's the thing. So I get to say yes, but I did not finish. So don't ask me no questions. I know the opening scene, but there's a good reason why it didn't. I was committed. Man, I can't even talk about where I started watching it and why I didn't finish watching it because it's not late enough for that. But yes, I did start watching Iron Man. I will finish.
I love it.
We'll talk about it. But yes.
Love it.
Exciting.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
And it like right away it catches you. It's hilarious from the beginning. Homie
so
like looks
excited
at the
to watch
driver
that
of the
movie.
car. She says something, and he was like, "You're a woman." And I was like, "Oh, that's the kind of movie I'm in for." Like he's funny like
That's
that.
great.
I completely forgot.
Right.
It's
So-
definitely Robert Downey Jr. for real. It's good stuff. Yeah,
It's good. It is got great timing humor. Like
it's great.
It's
It's all Downing. That's all
It's all
Downing
down.
all day.
Yeah. That's
Okay, cool.
And
So
Favreau,
yeah,
it's just awesome. But
awesome, everybody. Well, look, hey,
thank you.
thank you for watching. Be sure to keep an eye out for the channel. On Thursday, Friday, we'll drop the Marvel card news. Obviously, news is breaking almost daily, and excited to
Especially
deliver
this
that to you
month.
guys. Think so. This Saturday for Saturday morning Marvel cards, we actually may start a little late because our boy Bill is doing a 48-hour. Was it 50 something like boxes of Marvel
Crazy
cards?
amount of boxes. A bunch of
including
2020
some expensive stuff like Marvel masterpieces,
Expensive.
anime.
anime.
You haven't seen anime open before. This is going to be a chance to do it, and I'm
Yeah.
going to figure out a way, hopefully, to like put it on the channel live so we can all watch it together if we're not on Whatnot watching it. So, but so be sure to check that out. And yeah, very cool stuff. If you're not following Sketch Card Hive on Instagram, please do. And I know you're following Manu because he's got like 5,000 followers on.
what? I know. I
Instagram.
want.
But if you're not following the 9.9 Newsstand,
Please
And-
and thank you.
yeah, and love you guys as always. I hope you have a marvelous day.
Bye, everybody.